What is up, everyone? This is my first video on this YouTube. So let's look at, I use this to play in the background to make sure all my audio is working correctly. Hopefully it still is.
I find it so fascinating how often people just film their own crimes or post on Twitter about illegal activities that they're doing, and then it eventually comes back to haunt them where they lose their job or get arrested. It's just wild that so often people have this complete lack of self-control and inability to stop themselves from saying or doing dumb, stupid things on Twitter. Like, posting cringe on Twitter has cost more jobs than the invention of machines. And today I want to go over a disturbing new case of gross shit. This was something that went viral a few days ago, but I've only just now caught up on it. It's really gross, and I actually think that this is a deeper onion than most people realize. I think that this was all a manufactured marketing campaign conducted by a shameless degenerate in order to get OnlyFans subscribers. So, let's take it from the top. I'm sure if you were on Twitter a few days ago, you saw this post floating around. This little bit of eyeball poison was getting dunked on by everyone around the globe. And if people weren't shitting on it, they were shitting themselves out of just pure repulsion. So the post is talking about how they're coming out as trans canine and talking about how they've been with 6 dogs. So they celebrate fucking dogs, and they double down on this, triple down on it, and have made it their entire brand identity now. Like, this is now their online presence, is being the dog fucker. And they're very open about it, talking about it, and trying to make it like some kind of powerful movement about why fucking dogs is a great thing. Obviously, I'm on the side of common sense here. Animals can't consent to having sex. Thus, you're not even having sex with the animals, you're raping them. You're a dog raper. It's called bestiality, and it's a crime. It's illegal. It's not something to be celebrated or encouraged. Yeah. Now, I think the person behind this knows it and was making this as a giant post that would hopefully gather a lot of hoopla and put eyes on their content. Because even prior to this post, they were dropping nude photos, lewd photos, and just talking like about trying to monetize their sexual content. And then after this post got so much steam, they made a statement saying that this had cost them their job, they now no longer have a way of making money, so in desperation, they're saying fuck it and starting an OnlyFans. When I'm pretty sure that was the entire plan from the get-go, and by having so many eyes on them from all of this spotlight that was shined there, they immediately got a giant head start. Like, they're way over 150,000 followers at this point, and I'm pretty sure that this was their intention from the get-go. They chose something that they knew most people would have a problem with. No one likes to see animals being abused, and no...
They did it because, what's that word called? Duality, but that's not what the word I'm looking for now. When something's controversial, it draws more attention. So, when your only goal is to get attention, controversy is not that big of a deal.
To hear about animals being used as like sexual objects or sexual props for people in their content. It's like, that is beyond weird. So they are probably aware that by making that post, it would have gathered a lot of steam, which it did, and then they immediately went around with this narrative that they were fired. There's no way of knowing 100% for sure if they were fired. I take all of that with a grain of salt. And even the way they talk about it, like in that post they're saying they're going to sue everyone that got them fired, that just seems like a troll. That legitimately just seems like a weak, low-effort troll statement.
To be fair, if you did get fired over something like that, other than the fact that it's illegal, you could probably sue due to sexual discrimination. I'm not saying that necessarily juries would agree and that the lawsuit would be granted to the person, but it would technically fall under sexual discrimination, which is illegal. But yeah, that we are not in a point in society where we've accepted the taboos of banging dogs. I'd say we have at least another like 80 years to 100 years for that. The furries will come in power and they'll make it normalized.
In there. there is evidence to suggest they may have actually lost their job from this, but even still, I don't think it's 100% confirmed as of this moment.
Probably lost their job because
just,
they're probably shit at it.
To me, it feels like this was all part of the plan. And you can also even see them, like, lean into it. If you go back a couple days before this blew up, they made this post about how OnlyFans models are the devil. You know, this is terrible stuff. Look, what kind of example are you setting for children, you godless heathens? And then only days later, turning around and dropping one of their own. OnlyFans is disgusting and you're going to hell for it, as they're signing up for an account. I could be wrong. This all could be done genuinely and wasn't meant as a marketing play for OnlyFans subscribers. But to me, that's just really what it feels like. It feels like someone that is very aware of what they're doing and trying to capitalize off outrage and being the villain. I've said this a million times, but on Twitter, since everyone has unlimited access to every unhinged thought and person imaginable across the globe, you will always find people that agree with you.
I don't use Twitter
at all. No matter
how
outrageous the belief, you will always find supporters. And that's exactly what's happened here. They now do have legitimate supporters backing them and the dog fucking stuff from other equally deranged animal fuckers. It's pathetic, sad, and it's just really depressing that this is actually succeeding for them financially.
I actually used Twitter a little bit for a little bit, but it was to send files from my PlayStation to something and then download from there.
And it doesn't make the whole situation any better, but it would at least be nice knowing
then
that the person behind all this isn't actually a danger to animals around them and having sex with them, as well as other awful things that they've been talking about recently.
Oh yeah, that's
Though
illegal.
I do think that there is a possibility that this is all true and they are actually out there harming animals, and they're just spitting in the face of anyone with any level of human decency, making posts like this saying that they'll buy a wolf pup with their first OnlyFans check, which is of course them not so subtly letting people know that they're going to be buying an animal for the sole purpose of having sex with it. They even mentioned that they're a size queen in reference to buying that wolf pup. So that's like something that needs to be like actually investigated, if this person is a legitimate danger or not to animals. Now, if I may, I'd like to turn your attention to another piece of evidence that I've collected in this case, and I'd like to present it to the court.
I know why they're doing it.
So this is Exhibit D here. This is a post from them today, which is now seeming to champion for incest, talking about how having sex with your cousin is fine, it's all good, it's normal, and it shouldn't be like stigmatized and this and that. So this reinforces to me the thought that the
incest is bad because you can have a four-eyed baby.
behind all of this is someone who is just trying to choose the most disgusting stances possible in order to attract as many tomatoes being thrown at them, so that way hopefully
it's a classic troll
situation. Catch a couple of
they're just implementing the troll
that are agreeing with
methodology
into
an OnlyFans.
That's what this whole thing seems to me. Of course, I could be wrong, and this really could be someone that really believes in fucking dogs as well as incest, because they go on and on to try and defend this whole cousin sexual relationship thing. It's more really gross, repulsive stuff. But I just really do think that this is all just supposed to drive traffic to their OnlyFans through outrage. But yeah, regardless, the whole thing is horrible. Probably. The person is horrible. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah.
Probably.
I have a challenge for all of you.
No, you don't.
Every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your sister, your brother's computer,
Jimmy.
and install honey. Wait, Mom, before you check out, do you have honey installed?
Okay, we've already done a response to Logan Paul's video. Get rid of all this extra stuff. Oh God, Charlie saw Megan. I don't like dolls. I don't like anything to do with dolls. I'm not a big fan of that horror genre. It's like trying to take advantage of the Annabelle market. Also mixed in with like the AI market in a sense. I don't know. I didn't see it, so I don't know. But all right, what looks good next? What do we want to watch next? We haven't done any of that chapters. Oh yeah, I've been doing Twitch for a couple days before this, but Futuristic Cub, wasn't that the guy that like hated on Elden? No, that wasn't. That couldn't have been that guy. Oh, I don't know anything about this one. Streamed 1 day ago. This might be something new. Alright, let's watch this actually real quick. See if there's anything,
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now,
if this is the same,
Grammarly is
if this is the same
interview,
then we just won't watch it.
Grammar, but also ensures that your tone is appropriate for the audience.
Chat plays. I just need to see if it's on there.
He also turned off the comments. Yeah, I saw he turned off the comments on his new video. Logan Paul. Logan Powell. Dude, how the fuck does trending work? I know I ask this every time. I just don't get it. I strapped a GoPro to a fish.
I think it works by people, what people are looking up.
Okay.
So what you want to do is,
Like, I saw...
because he's popular right now, you would just want to make a video with Logan Paul in the name. So like, if I were to try to truly clickbait this, I would have probably been like Logan Paul scam response, and then we would have started with that video, and then I would have videoed it. Like, I would have recorded throughout the whole entire stream of me reacting to the video. I tried doing that, but my audio fucked up. Otherwise, I would have had my first video on here as the Logan Paul response.
I guess it's big news. I don't know.
Well,
I swear they make that
it's not
up.
necessarily big news. It's just what everyone's looking up.
Logan without an L. Again, not a bad insult, but you are attacking other people whose names might begin with an L.
I think this is the same as we watched yesterday, though.
Anyway, chat, that's our plan today. It's going to be a pretty short stream, about 2 hours total. I just wanted to go live. We got a little bit of Button.
Okay, we're not watching that.
Maybe the CoffeeZilla video, depending on when he...
Wait, did CoffeeZilla come out with a response? Because that would be a good response video. I'm going to go in here real quick and type to my chat that's non-existent. To watching.
I just wanted to go live.
To watching. It says to watching.
We got a little bit of Button.
Okay, we're not watching that.
Maybe the CoffeeZilla.
Feel free to recommendations. That's spelled right? Oh, okay. Autocorrect. Feel free to drop recommendations. I am just chilling. Oh wait, I need to add chat to my scenes on this. I'll do that in a second. Alright, on this one we don't have chat. Chat highlight, that's my... We'll go ahead and add that. I don't have any HTML for chat. I'm not too worried about it anyway. It'd be fine with just the basicness of it. Then we want to crop that down. And then I guess we could crop it even lower. We'll do that. And then we'll just put it right above. Alright. Now we got chat right above my head. Is there anything else I could do? Oh yeah, donation goal. Or subscription goal. I don't know how many subscribers you need to get partnered. I don't know, we'll just do like 100 for now. First goal. Oh, someone messaged me. Title. First sub goal. Oh, come on. And after, we'll aim for 100 subs in, like, I don't know what, 2 weeks. So what is today? January 8th, so 14 days would be the 22nd. 01, 22. Oh. $14 days to go. Alright, now we can go ahead and drop out of that. Oh, I can just hit done. And we'll put that up here in really small. Well, not really small, but make it smaller. Alright, so now we got our goal and we got our chat. Alright. So now let's go ahead and check CopyZilla and see if he's updated anything. Nope.
CryptoZoo.co. I am so excited about this project. It's so fun. It's a really fun game.
Appetizer bread tier list. Obviously Olive Garden, I think it's where they're at right now. I'm gonna say, okay, for S tier, obviously Olive Garden, and then what, Longhorn or Outback? I don't remember which one. It's either Longhorn, Outback, or the other Roadhouse. Oh wait, no, Texas Roadhouse. So S tier is definitely Olive Garden, Texas Roadhouse. Oh, I guess we could do a tier list. I don't know. If you guys want to see a tier list, go ahead and drop it in recommendations. What you want to see a tier list, maybe a iceberg or something of. I'd obviously have to know a little bit more about how 2 missing girls led to a ring of evil. What? Let's go ahead and watch that. Get out of here, I don't care. I'm gonna pop up that chapter. Oh shit. I can see whenever I have audio on my stream. Through my little, it has like a volume thing without any kind of icon or anything on my
Hey
screen.
you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in
What
this
up,
video,
Mike?
what we are gonna do is
Oh.
look at a mystery that
Wait.
spanned over 20 years.
Alright, everyone, if you are not subscribed to that chapter, make sure to subscribe to that chapter. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, crime scene investigation on YouTube. I think it's better than JCS. He's easier to digest, in my opinion. And they go over about the same brutality of stuff.
If you can believe that, it was, is, question mark, a whodunit and a how do you do that. And it's set in a small town filled with characters. And a lot of them are killers too, so. Like, we will run the gamut of serial killers, of feuds, of deals gone wrong, and of the disappearance of 2 girls and a fire being the only thing left behind. And in amongst all that is a lot of incompetence. This case is like wading through smoke, because it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. And it's also kind of hard to believe it all really happened. What happened, it did, in the small town of Welch, Oklahoma. So let's give it a go.
Alright, now we gotta go to our YouTube. Let's go ahead and...
To begin, located just over 80 miles from downtown Tulsa is the ex-mining town of Welch, located in Craig County. Just about 600 people live in Welch, so when I say everyone knows everyone, I'm not lying to you. Like, if you're not related to or acquainted with someone in Welch, you're at least, you know, gonna give them a hearty how you doing, a cheeky wink, or a nice little finger guns in passing. Now, having said what I just said, it's not really, you know, the greatest of places. I know, finger guns. And it especially wasn't back in 1999 when our decades-long mystery begins. Welch was a town hit by a freight train when the economy was no bueno. But a small glimmer of sunshine in the town of Welch was the friendship between Ashley Freeman and Laura Bible. They were more like sisters than friends, doing everything together, attached at the hip. The 2 girls had been virtually inseparable since meeting in kindergarten. Even when their interests didn't line up exactly, they still complemented each other. So when 5'7" blue-eyed Ashley became star on the high school basketball court, Laura could always be found in the crowds with her loose curls of brown hair bouncing against the vibrant blue and yellow of her cheerleading uniform. Always urging her best friend on, they supported each other through just everything. And so who better, you know, to celebrate your 16th birthday with than your best bud? That was the plan on the 29th of December 1999, when Laura asked her dad, Jay, if she could have a sleepover with her best friend Ashley at Ashley Freeman's, their trailer, the Freeman's family trailer. The Freemans, Ashley and parents Kathy and Danny, lived in a motorhome about 10 minutes out of town. Like, middle of nowhere doesn't do it justice, you know, Bigfoot would have to ask for directions. Now, Laura's father, Jay Bible, he obviously knew the Freemans, you know, pretty well, being his daughter's best friend's, you know, family. So he was like, yeah, sure, go have a sleepover with the Freemans. They're grand, you know, just be back by about midday tomorrow on the 30th of December. All good. So Laura went, she said I love you to her dad, and out the door she went. Along with Ashley's boyfriend, Jeremy, and parents, Kathy and Danny, the girls went out for some birthday ice cream, pizza, and enjoyed the day. Hanging out, down the street, doing the same old thing, yada yada yada. You know, having a grand old day, just like typical teenagers. As the sun rose on the 30th of December, 1999, the Freemans and Laura should have been enjoying breakfast before going about their day. A cozy Thursday morning, you know, getting ready for the new year. That's what they should have been doing, but that is not what happened. Instead, sheriff's deputies would be responding to a suspicious fire at the trailer. While driving to work at about 5:30 a.m. the morning of December 30th, a couple noticed smoke. Way too much smoke to be a good thing coming from the Freeman's family trailer. So they rang it in, and first responders, firefighters, police all arrived. When they arrived to that burning trailer, there was something even more concerning. No one knew where Laura Bible or the Freemans were because they sure as shit weren't outside. Responders knew Laura must have been at the house as her car was still in the driveway. Then suddenly, there was a commotion, and slowly the news came. They were sending for the medical examiner. The firefighters and the responders, they found in the trailer a body. Sheriff George Vaughn dispatched deputies to nearby Veneta, where Laura's mother, Laureen Bible, worked as manager at a restaurant. On getting the news that their daughter was missing, Laureen and Jay immediately set out to the scene of the fire. The couple stood at the police cordon, helplessly watching as the fire crew dealt with the last of the fire, and deputies started looking over the rubble that just hours before had made up the Freeman family home. Just what the Bibles, Laureen and Jay experienced during those couple of hours as the investigators stopped kind of looking around, every parent's worst nightmare. So, the sheriff, having a suspicious fire and a body on his hands, and knowing they were going to need more resources, called in the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations, the OSBI. The medical examiner, after giving a cursory look at the body, they did find, and seeing, what Laureen and Jay were going through, unofficially told them, okay, this is not Laura. It was a woman's body. It was indeed a woman's body, but she had a wedding ring on, and it was too big to be a teenage girl. A full and proper examination of the body would confirm it to be Kathy Freeman, Ashley's mom. The examination would also reveal something that would make this entire situation a hell of a lot more worrying, because it wasn't an accident. Kathy hadn't died in the fire. She'd been shot to death, shot with a shotgun to the back of the head, to be exact.
I feel like that's how a lot of people try to cover up stuff
from the fire when the Freeman's waterbed, it burst from the heat and just doused her body in water. So they had a pretty good idea what happened to her, and it was not good. And then so you got one person in the.
So they got it. Doesn't the body's laying on a waterbed, and then they are trying to set the house on fire. They didn't imagine that something could go wrong there. I mean, I don't necessarily know if you use just regular water in a waterbed. I remember jumping on them when I was younger, and then whenever they were filled up with air, jumping on them. I smacked my fucking head off of the side of a wood bed on one once. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they just use regular water in waterbeds. So I feel like I would have drained the bed first, maybe, or not. Well, obviously I wouldn't have burnt down the house, but or put the body in a different room.
In the fire, who's been shot to death and 3 people missing. This is shit. Immediately, Danny Freeman, Kathy's husband and Ashley's dad, became the sheriff's and the OSBI's main suspect and the focus point of the investigation. Had Danny Freeman murdered his wife and then kidnapped Ashley and Laura and gone off to God knows where? In fact, just 8 hours after the body had been identified, the investigators let the Freeman family back onto the scene of the crime. Have at it, we've got all we need here, and they started focusing on finding Danny Freeman. He was their suspect number 1. Investigators assumed that Danny, having a
that picture describes it all right there. Yep, they did it. Look at his face. He's like one of those freaking... like a meme face.
For being quick to anger and a history of domestic trouble, had snapped and killed his wife before running off with the 2 girls. Now, they assumed this despite the fact that Laura's car was still in the driveway, as was the Freeman's
Sit here
car.
memeing a
they
killer.
Were still there, so how would they have gone off somewhere? As I said, this was Nowheresville, US of A. Now, Danny definitely was not a saint. He was known to grow and sell the devil's lettuce, and his own stepfather had taken out a restraining order against him. While the OSBI and sheriff looked for their man, it was left to the Bibles and the Freemans and a bunch of volunteers from the community to search the site of the
I'm
Freeman's house for
surprised.
clues
If that
to
dude
their
grew
daughter's
weed,
whereabouts.
and it
would
was
not
back
take long
in the
for
day,
Jay
why did they just call the
Bible
cops
to
on him
discover something.
constantly?
Well, in fact, it was the family's Rottweiler who walked over to a certain part, lay down and started whimpering. It
Aw.
was another body, and J. Bible knew instantly who it was.
That's sad.
Wow.
Hey.
Get out of here.
Danny Freeman had had facial reconstructive surgery years earlier and had been left with a wire in his nasal cavity. The same wire J. Bible was now looking at. Not only were the battle scars of the past visible, so were his most recent. Danny had too been shot to death. He'd been shot in the head.
Okay,
Much
maybe
like
I'm memeing
Kathy,
a dead
but
person.
unlike
Never mind.
Kathy, he'd been shot in the face, not the back. Adding insult to injury, on Danny were literal boot marks. The investigators had been walking on top of him the entire time. He was literally right underneath their feet. How they didn't recognize a literal dead body, however charred it may be, while it's right underneath their feet, I mean, lads, well done. So now they had their main suspect, only he was no longer a suspect. He too had been murdered. So their first theory, that Danny was the killer, out the window, whoops. The OSBI then returned to the scene to sweep for more bodies they may have missed. Yeah, that's not something you kind of usually want in your investigation, whoops, we missed the first one. Maybe we should take another go at the place, doing our job, take two. Fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, they didn't find any more though. Ashley and Laura were not there. Only things that had been in the house was Kathy and Danny's dead bodies. However, they did find Laura's purse, complete with $200
Now I
cash
feel
and
bad.
her ID inside. Oddly, more money belonging to Ashley that she had in her little piggy bank that she'd been saving for a car, that was gone. So it seems less likely that Ashley and Laura had ran away, and more likely something else had happened.
Maybe the
cops
mom
didn't think
killed-
that. So obviously,
Wait.
having learned from their
Maybe they
previous
killed
mistake,
them.
that assuming that Danny Freeman was the killer, they decided this time we're going to do things proper. We're going to set up an Amber Alert. We're going to, have a grid and, have the microscope on every single detail. Did they do that? Did they? They once again not just released the scene to, hey, anybody who wants to have a look in here, do our job for us maybe, come on in, So they released the scene once again back to the families, and then they also decided that, well, if Danny didn't do it, clearly Ashley and Laura, they're the killers, and now they're on the run. They kind of were just like making things up as they went along, like pulling theories out of their ass, really.
I don't really
Don't
feel
trust these
like...
guys to find Barney the fucking dinosaur. But
I
where
don't
they
really
gone?
feel like they did it.
No one knew, and no clues remained.
I feel like it's
Though I
something
think if there was a
shadier
literal
going on.
signpost, outside saying where the girls had went, I wouldn't trust them to find it. Over the next few weeks, the OSBI would switch their focus between various suspects, including a known killer named Stephen Ray Thacker. Thacker went on a short-lived killing spree across Oklahoma in 1999, beginning a week prior in Bixby, though he was captured in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, this is around 99. All they had to do was call the cops on the dude growing weed,
Authorities
and that would have
focused the
been
majority
over,
of their
like
resources
super
on
over.
him in an ill-fated attempt to pin the case on someone. Honestly, I think at this point they were just trying to solve this case. I mean, like, he did it, he definitely did it. Let's pin the dart on this guy. He must have done it. He murdered 3 people. Like I said, one in Bixby, just less than 2 hours away. So maybe he came up here and did this. Sure, why not? They were pulling theories out of their ass the whole time. If they could just blame somebody, it would certainly ease the pressure because the community was on their ass. And, so, hey, this Stephen Ray Thacker guy killed 3 people. Let's add another 2 there. That'd be nice. Thankfully, Thacker was executed for crimes he definitely did commit in December 2013. However, he had nothing to do with this case. So, having unsurprisingly lost confidence in the OSBI and the Sheriff's Department, the Bible family, Lorraine and Jay Bible, they essentially took on the case themselves. Their daughter and her best friend had just vanished from the scene of a double homicide and a horrendous house fire, and the police were bungling this up from day one. Lorraine even called the local radio station.
Yeah, because the guy got
request
shot in the
for help,
face, I don't
which
think.
brought
It
in
was-
literally hundreds of volunteers.
Maybe it was.
They organized their own grid search of the 40-acre Freeman
They
property.
are
in
older than I was
freezing
expecting.
weather, marking anything they
I
thought
don't
might
know.
be important for the OSBI to look at.
I don't have enough information.
So,
Probably how the cops felt, to be
the
fair,
victims'
though,
families were
too.
essentially doing the job for the investigators. Wow. I can't imagine the frustration, you know, the families must have been feeling at this time. These guys make the detectives from The Naked Gun look professional. Like, without the locals' help, and we'll see more as we get into this case, this would have just stalled, like, completely. Unfortunately, despite their best efforts, the girls were nowhere to be found.
Maybe the cops are in on it.
The OSBI didn't even make Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman, like, formally missing people. It was pretty much left up to the family again. Lorraine put up posters, hired private investigators, organized further searches, sourced tips and info, everything she could do and everything the police should have been doing, but the investigation still got chilly, cold, frozen. But that's not to say there weren't any suspects. I mean, while the OSBI was becoming convincing themselves that Laura and Ashley were somehow involved, killed Ashley's parents and then ran away, the Freemans' extended family, remaining family, were pretty convinced someone else was behind this tragic affair. The sheriff himself. It would make sense why the investigation was such a shit show from the get-go. In January of 1999, so just 1 year before, Danny and Kathy's son, Shane Freeman, Ashley's older brother, he had been shot and killed by Deputy David Hayes of the same Craig County Sheriff's Department, who were now doing a less than stellar job of investigating the Freeman's family murders.
Seems suspicious.
Maybe the sheriff and his department had come back to finish off the rest of the family. Now, the whole situation of what happened to Shane Freeman was investigated, and it was found that the deputy had shot and killed Shane Freeman in self-defense, but Ashley Freeman's family, they said no, Shane didn't have a gun, while the deputy was claiming Shane drew on him. Whatever happened, the deputy shot and killed Shane in self-defense, he says, with his service shotgun. Now, Shane was known to be kind of a troublemaker around town. Like, when things would go missing, he would be, again, it's a small town, he would be the first person they would usually look at. And what happened was that he stole a truck, drove off with somebody's truck, the deputy caught up with him, and something happened, resulting in the deputy shooting Shane. As I said, the deputy said Shane drew a gun on him and he had to kill him in self-defense. But it was very much the case of, a sheriff's deputy's word against that of a dead man who also had a bad reputation, according to the Freeman family.
In the times before
became,
body
a
cams.
common sight around the town of Welsh. Danny Freeman would say, the police were harassing him. That when Ashley and her boyfriend would go out on dates, they'd be stopped by the cops. That it was shit was going down. Danny Freeman was actually threatening to file a lawsuit against the sheriff's department for harassment, but he was also said he was scared, and he apparently told a friend that if anything ever happened to him, the sheriff's office was behind it. Meanwhile, though, the sheriff's deputies said it was the other way around, that Danny was harassing the sheriff's department. So, shit show. It was enough of a theory to warrant having the officers recuse themselves from the investigation, and even have some of them take, polygraph tests, which they passed with flying colors. That theory, though, that the sheriff's office was behind it, was a dead end. Officially. The sheriffs would change over in 2001, and the previous cold case began to gain momentum with an influx of tips from neighbouring Ottawa County. There was a brief hopeful moment when a number of these tips pointed to a New Year's Eve party at a well-known meth den. Several people who were at that New Year's Eve party in that meth den claimed, they all said they had watched a VHS tape with the girls in it, with Laura and Ashley in it, like some kind of snuff movie made by whoever took them, whatever happened to them. Despite multiple dedicated searches of properties claimed to be the ones seen in the video, no physical evidence was ever found. Who knows what could have really happened? If these rumors of some kind of sick underground VHS tape featuring the girls and bad things happen.
There was like a huge underground VHS market. I remember anime actually was like part of the huge underground VHS market, and movies like the Serbian movie or film or whatever the fuck it's called. If you ever seen that, I don't recommend seeing that, but we're also part of that. So I could see I could definitely see there being like maybe like a rogue cop that is fucking sick and then was like, you know what? I'm in the ultimate position of power. I can start making these films too.
Any remaining traces have been...
You gotta realize cops are just people too.
So if you think things are getting pretty crazy so far, well, in 2001 they got a whole
people with a lot of power,
because things reignited once again when a serial killer, a notorious serial killer, would explode the case when he wrote to the Joplin Globe newspaper of Joplin, Missouri, 45 minutes from Welsh, claiming full responsibility for the murders, the arson, and the kidnapping. Tommy Lynn Sells will definitely be getting a future That Chapter episode, so don't worry about that. Let's just touch on his involvement in this case.
First time I did a shot of dope, it was the best feeling I ever had in my life. And the first time I killed somebody, it was such a rush. And it was just like that shot of dope. Every time I did it, it was that rush again. And I started chasing that high.
Known as the Railways Killer, Tommy Lynn Sells traveled the U.S. from the mid-1970s.
If you feel like you gotta get high off killing someone, you should probably switch the fentanyl and then just slowly die.
The end of the 90s, leaving a long trail of dead bodies and heinous crimes in his wake. He became known when he was arrested for a brutal crime against two teenage girls.
Too motivated to kill people.
Now, one of those two girls survived against all odds, not only managing to identify Sells, but also eventually making a full recovery, despite having her throat slit and being left for dead next to the body of her best friend. And she would testify against him at trial. That crime shared a lot of similarities to the Freeman Bible case. Sells was also arrested hours away in Del Rio, Texas, shortly after the girls disappeared. It seemed more than plausible that Sells could actually be involved with the Freeman Bible case, for sure. After sharing details investigators thought he shouldn't have known, Sells agreed to take detectives to the girls' bodies. He led them to a roadside in Oklahoma where investigators combed the area but found nothing. Sells, being the piece of shit that he is, had surprisingly lied about all of this just to get a better food and a day out of prison. Any details he knew that, the investigators thought he should have known, he probably just picked up from reading about the case and from his own experiences with this sort of crime.
Right.
Tomorrow marks the 10th anniversary of the murders of Danny and Kathy Freeman and the disappearance of their daughter and her friend.
I mean, if he's going to jail for life anyways, what else are you going to do?
And their home was burned to the ground in Welch, Oklahoma, December 30th.
I think we should stop taking the words of convicted killers so, seriously. I wouldn't say seriously, but, yeah, okay, they admitted to crimes that somehow only they can know, but they're also surrounded by people and criminals, so you have a 50-50 chance of guessing if you understand the extent of the crime to begin with. It doesn't make sense. It just seems like you get a lot of people's hopes up for not a lot of reason, majority of the time.
99. While the bodies of the Freeman parents were found inside the burned home, no trace of Ashley and Laura were ever found. Laura's mother hopes someone could still come forward with information and collect the $50,000 reward. We're going to have more on the anniversary of the investigation tomorrow.
If any good came of Sells' lies, though, at least it brought the missing girls more publicity.
It is from 99,
it wouldn't take long, however, for the case to cool off again.
10 years ago today, 2 Welch teens disappeared.
And right now, OSBI is offering a big reward to find information about Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman. There they are.
Then, in 2005, about 5 years after the girls disappeared, another serial killer, this is like I'm Spartacus, claimed to be involved with the case. Another serial killer named Jeremy Jones, he thought, a little thinking his noodle, and he was like, I actually would like to see my mom and my girlfriend a bit more and maybe get some better food, so, you know what? I did it, lads. Again, Jones's story was seen as plausible, as he was already sitting in prison for committing an eerily similar crime, not to mention being suspected of a bunch of others. Jones had sexually assaulted, then shot and killed 44-year-old Lisa Nichols in her home in Mobile, Alabama, before setting fire to the scene and fleeing.
Oh, God.
So once again, ding, ding, dings, ringing a few bells, very similar crime. Though he claimed he'd killed the Freemans over a drug
How do you have a
debt
wife
and
after
taken
that?
the girls before killing them and dumping their bodies in Galena, Kansas, Jones's involvement was brought into question when it was discovered he'd actually been arrested for public intoxication and drug paraphernalia possession the night the girls were taken.
They found him walking like he was out of his head, like he was totally out of his mind, either by alcohol or the drugs, OD on drugs, which means he could have been at the hump.
Or, the drugs. An OD on drugs.
Freeman's? With whomever was there. As they left there with the girls, he could have been so spazzed out that they just kicked him out of the vehicle.
Now, the timeline, the fact that he was arrested the night of, didn't make it impossible that he had been involved in the case, but it just made it highly unlikely. Along with
Where
the dodgy
did he get
timeline,
arrested at,
police
though?
searches in Galena were attended by Jay and Lorraine Bible. I think they were overlooking the police search to make sure they didn't fuck things up once again. But the search turned up nothing, and pretty soon Jones admitted, he had nothing to do with anything. At least not this one. Wait, so serial killers turn out to be liars? Well, that's news to me.
Holy fuck. Can you imagine that?
The police, Jones confessed to murdering.
It's almost like they don't have anything to
Ashley's
lose by
parents
lying.
and killing the girls. Jones even suggested police look for the girls' remains in a mine shaft near Galena, Kansas. However, the bodies were never found, and Jones later denied confessing to anything related to the girls' case.
Public image, but they're going to be criminals.
His mother still believes Jones had something to do with that crime.
Just as it had with Sell's claims 2 years previous, Jones's confession brought the crime back to the minds of the public. For the next decade, Jay and Lorraine Bible worked constantly and never let their daughter slip from their thoughts.
I hate to make fun of victims, but
they had the Christmas tree up.
people are cringe, man.
Their daughter,
Like,
Laura, disappeared. They never took that tree down. They were waiting for Laura to come home so they could take down the decorations.
I guess people don't know what they don't know, but
the tree stayed up until it finally just fell apart in 2005. They rallied the sheriff's office non-stop to keep the case alive. Then in 2010 they began the
if they're still alive, I hope they
having their daughter
do better.
declared legally dead.
But
so much
I'm also not excluding them
that at
from
this stage they knew the best
memory.
they could hope for was simply getting back their daughter's remains.
Wouldn't give him material.
More than a decade after 2 girls disappeared, the OSBI is releasing new information about the case. Investigators want to find 2 vehicles seen in the area that day, a small dark-colored sedan and a dark-colored pickup.
Missing from Craig County for almost 11 years.
Anonymous tips led investigators to draining and excavating an old well on the property formerly belonging to Danny's best friend, Charlie Critter.
Did they find him?
Danny and Charlie were best buds, they just loved hanging.
I'm so curious if they find out what happened to them.
Loved hanging out together.
I don't think it's going to be a good story if it's on this guy's channel, but
it would be a really sweet story. If it wasn't for all the murder, because yes, more murder. Charlie was already in prison doing time.
what's crazy is that guy might have been one of the people that discovered modern weed growing techniques. If he was growing in 2000s is when weed got started coming up from 4% THC to 15% THC. So he could have been one of the first people to practice manifold technique or anything, I guess. So that's kind of mind blowing. There's this whole secret life that we will never know that guy had that grew.
For second-degree murder, so detectives were happy to take the tip seriously to search his property. Maybe the two had gotten into an argument over drugs and things turned violent.
Now, obviously, I know Nug Buckets started manifold technique, but I'm just saying, he was the first person to document manifold technique. But it is crazy around this time frame is when weed started transitioning into its modern form.
Just all the others turned up, just nothing. All the
he could have been the first person to realize that sexing the plant
zilch
reduced in higher THC yields.
The investigation would unexpectedly kick back into action a year later in 2017. The election of a new sheriff of Craig County uncovered evidence that had been sitting in the sheriff's office, overlooked but right under their noses the entire time. Just as it had been 17 years earlier, with Danny Freeman's body under their nose, literally walking on it. A box was found amongst the case files, literally chock full of evidence that had been given to the police by private investigators, saying, here's a lot of shit we've collected.
What the fuck?
And the police were like, thanks. It included items that were found at the original crime scene. The cops just never gave a shite about it. I mean, remember, two times, they let everybody, hey guys, come, we're gonna try and catch these killers, so you guys just snoop around, do as much as you want.
Snoop around.
The family and the volunteers, they were the ones who were actually, oh hey, this actually might come in handy, police. One of those items was an insurance card, which apparently, according to Danny's stepbrother, the police had discarded, saying, oh, this isn't relevant, so it's very fucking relevant. Like, the police had literally been handed a card that had the name and the contact details of someone who did not live at the Freeman house, and they just didn't think it was of any value at all. So it's easy to see why the friends...
Even if they just lost their medical card, you would think they would try to contact the person. Like, what the fuck?
Family of the Freemans and the Bibles, thought there could be some kind of conspiracy in this case, because the
I've had a cop contact me about my wallet.
And the OSBI were so incompetent, like from Jump Street.
There were like 3,000 people living right town.
No, it wasn't malicious.
But still,
it was just regular incompetence. This is like with all kind of conspiracy theories.
Oklahoma in '99,
people
2000 was definitely not
credit.
overpopulated.
Most people are too stupid to actually have a conspiracy.
It's not even overpopulated now.
The insurance card belonged to a woman, and she lived with a man named Warren Phil Welch.
Wait, that is not a woman.
No relation to the town of Welch, I don't think. Turns out that the OSBI did actually follow up with this card back in the day, but I use follow up in the loosest of terms. Like, they went to the woman who owned this card. They knocked on her door. She told them, "Oh, that card is my partner's, Warren Welch's. Maybe you should go speak to him." They did. They just casually, "Hey, listen, your card turned up at the scene of a double homicide. Hey, do you have anything to do with it by any chance?" "No? Okay, have a great day." They immediately took him at his word when he said, "Nope, I didn't have anything to do with anything." How could my card have ended up there? Jeez, I don't know. Who knows how these things work? The card was then chucked into a box where it remained for 18 years. Great stuff.
For 18 years, the community in Craig County, including many members of the media, have followed the case of the deaths of Danny and Kathy Freeman, the mysterious disappearance of their 16-year-old daughter, Ashley Freeman, and Ashley's friend, 16-year-old Laura Bible, and the arson of the Freeman family home. Yesterday, there was an arrest in the case.
Around 2017, when the box of evidence re-emerged, claims began to come through from witnesses who said not only had they tried to give information to the investigators in the past, but they had been actively ignored. One of these people who came forward saying the police had ignored them was the woman, who had lived with Warren Welch all those years before. Remember, they briefly followed up with her, and she directed them to him? She had come forward later saying, "Oh, hey, I have more information," and the police were like, "Talk to the hand." She had a secret she'd been keeping for years, a secret she was afraid for her own life. That if it ever got out. She was sure that her former partner, Warren Welch, was involved in the kidnapping of the two girls. So at the time they were together, while Warren Welch was in prison on a different charge, the charge being beating her up, this woman had found in his belongings a leather briefcase. Inside that briefcase was Polaroid pictures. A lot of Polaroid pictures. Those pictures showed two teenage girls bound with duct taped, gagged and bound, some of them on a bed this woman recognized as her own bed that she shared with Warren Welch. Others of these girls who she recognized as Laura and Ashley, they were duct taped up on the bed with Welch lying beside the girls, and others they were duct taped to a chair. Like sick shit. Turns out that those rumors of VHS tapes, back in the day, back at that New Year's Eve party, maybe they weren't Maybe they weren't
I told
rumors
you.
after all.
Because anyone could
so
record
when Welch
VHS,
got out
so...
of prison for beating her up, he went looking for that leather
underground market
briefcase
was crazy.
with all the Polaroids.
Technically, you can
She
still do the
admitted
same thing with
he
USB
threatened
sticks, so
to
I'm sure the
murder her,
USB stick
threatened to kill her
market's
and throw
crazy.
her body down a pit like he did with those two girls. That was what he said, and he got the briefcase off her. Those Polaroids, like to date.
Oh, fuck. Which is why, if you ever find a USB stick, do not load your USB stick. Not only is there sick shit like this that exists in the world, there is even people that will just like install viruses on your computer through the USB stick and then make their own voyeuristic porn off of you sitting at your webcam, how I am now, basically. There's some sick people in the world, so yeah. Without a grain of salt, do not check any USB sticks you don't buy, I would say. Or unless you don't mind being scarred or having a police report or anything else of the nature.
Been found, and Welch fucker died in 2007. But over a dozen people said they had seen those Polaroids and they knew about them, and that Welch and two other men, David Pennington and Ronnie Dean Busick, bragged about the Polaroids and killing the girls. Apparently, the night of December 30th, the three men had showed up. They rocked up to the Freeman trailer to settle a drug deal gone wrong, money was owed, some kind of shit like that. They killed Kathy, they killed Danny, and then they, quote, took the girls to have some fun with them. The two girls, they were held in Welch's trailer for days, subject to horrific abuse by the three men. I don't think I need to go into detail.
How did that chick
They
not
were
know
strangled to death. They were
if he had her
strangled
card?
after they tried to run away.
I think
and then
bullshit. I think
their
that chick
bodies were
knew.
thrown down a mine shaft in Pitcher, Oklahoma. Warren Welch, apparently he was a real sick piece of shit, and he decorated the walls of his trailer with posters of the missing girls. Now, Warren Welch, an insane meth cook, died in 2007.
I feel like I've
and
seen that
David
guy.
Pennington, described as a kingpin, died in 2015. But they would show the Polaroids to anyone and everyone. Allegedly, they were very proud of them. Yet no one ever said anything, even though many people had seen them. Maybe there even was, as I said, a VHS tape. But no, people
fairly
were so
sure
scared
there was.
of these guys that they kept their mouths shut, unfortunately. I mean, this could have cracked the case a lot fucking sooner. The mystery box, along with a sworn affidavit by the woman, turned out to be exactly what the investigation needed. And a year later, the DA announced that they'd finally arrested and charged someone in connection with the case. That person was Ronnie Dean Busick, one of the men who had been bragging along with Welch and Pennington, and the only one still alive. Ronnie, like Warren and David, was another drug-dealing sack of shit, a lowlife with nothing good about him. It's such a horrific crime, and it seems so calculated and plotted. It's like you kind of would think there's a mustache-twirling madman behind it all, but no, it's just three sacks of meth, low-life scum behind this horrific case. At long last, in July 2020, Busick pleaded guilty and was convicted of being an accessory to the murders of Danny and Kathy Freeman, the arson of the home, and the abduction and murders of Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman. With Pennington and Welch already dead, Busick was the only one left to face justice, and unfortunately, that also means it's impossible to prove the extent of his involvement, so he was sentenced to just 15 years, to be released after 10.
That just goes in hand with what I always say, is that you shouldn't just blindly trust people, because some people are fucked up.
Ronnie Busick
Especially not old
sentenced to
people.
10 years to serve in prison, followed
that
by
guy was an old
5
guy, and
years
he
probation.
was
Now,
a
the
meth
hearing
cook
took
and
less
fucking,
than 10 minutes before Ronnie Busick learned his
rapist
fate.
and
Now, most of that
pedophile,
time was
everything
the
else.
victim impact statement from Lorraine Bible, the mother of Laura Bible. Now, she started out by saying this journey has taken 20 years, 8 months, and 1 day, and spoke about the choices Busick made that took her daughter away from her. Afterwards, she said the fight for justice is far from over.
Today was the sentencing of a man that had part in the disappearance of the girls. You know, this isn't our fight. You know, our fight continues to find the girls.
We know where they're at now.
Only someone
They're in a
come forward
mine shaft.
with this stuff sooner. If the police had listened to this woman, when she was saying, I have a secret I need to tell you, Maybe
I
they
think
could have
that
gotten
woman
David
was there
Pennington
too.
before he died in 2015, just 2 years before.
Because how do you have
He might
people in your
been
house for days without
And that brings
that
us
other person knowing?
Today, 2 suspects dead, 1 in prison, and 2 girls still missing.
And they found her
Extensive
card.
Searches of the mineshaft they were supposedly dumped in turned up nada. David Pennington, he had a root cellar that he forbade anyone from going into in his home. That was searched, nothing found. Many searches have been done, but nothing found. No sign of the girls, so who knows what happened to them. Maybe, you know, even the only remaining killer, Ronnie, maybe he doesn't even know where they are. Maybe it was David and Warren who got rid of them. Without a confession, it's highly unlikely they'll ever be found. There are hundreds of disused mineshafts in the surrounding areas of Oklahoma, so it's not even the only possibility. Whatever happened to Ashley Freeman and Laura Bible will probably remain a tragic mystery.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's the end of this tragic, wild, sad case, you know, hopefully.
Can you imagine your parents have a drug deal go wrong and then you get snatched and killed because of it and you didn't even do anything? Like, I don't know. That's pretty epic. Hard hitting. That would not be fun at all. I've got to pee. I shall return. We'll probably do another that chapter. I shall return. Be right back. Oh god. Okay. Gotta balance that right. Alright. Okay, I'm back. What's up? Alright. Make sure subscribe to that chapter. It's been a while since I caught up on that chapter too, so I actually have quite a bit of videos I can watch through them. That dude looks creepy, and he had the headset on. I don't know how long I've been live. I want to say it's going on an hour and a half.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is...
I guess I could do this. Oh, not what I meant to do. Could do this and check it. If it ever loads. I need a new computer. I'm still in the works of building my computer though. Not what I meant to do. Alright, so if I go to the beginning, it will tell me how long I've been here. So we're on an hour and 3 minutes. Could do this and check it. Edit video. I'm gonna edit my video real quick. Oh. That's not what I wanted. Oh. That's what I wanted. I don't think I'm actually gonna do Logan Paul, but we'll use that as a way to get viewers. Can I make a new? Yeah, okay. Past streams. What are some other words I can use that are similar and clickbaity that everyone looked up? Should be good enough. I don't even know what this is. English? Short sampling allows people to create shorts using... Allow all comments. Turn that off. Newest. Save. There we go. Now we got more tags out there. Might be able to draw some people in. Alright, let's get to another That Chapter video.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and
What
in
up,
this solo
Mike?
video, what we're going for is a Halloween theme. In fact, we will be for the next few videos, because frankly, it's the best time of year, and I won't hear otherwise. I just won't have it. Right, so actually, you know, here, give me a second.
I might do the Logan Paul
To set the scene for this solo
reaction
video,
again.
I want to take you to early October
Now that everything's
2009,
working correctly.
in a sleepy little village in New Hampshire.
Although I don't
There lay a
necessarily
remote homestead,
know how I feel about that because it's not
sitting quietly among
genuine.
the fall
Let
leaves
me make
and
sure it's
rain,
still working right
which
actually
is
now I
never
say
too
that.
far away. I can't film the whole video in a screen mask, you won't be able to understand me. And there, in that remote house in autumnal New England, 4 teens would break in with Trill on the minds and Evil in the acts. Let's give it a go! The quiet, remote, sleepy town of Mount Vernon, our home for the day, lies in southern New Hampshire, home to roughly 2,500 people. It's fairly remote, not much going on really in the town, and it's surrounded by forests, farms, and hidden houses. Let's not beat around the bush. In this one, let's get to the point, the starting point, which is the early hours of Sunday, the 4th of October, 2009. During those dark hours, the ground was wet from the
I don't
previous
understand
day's
why my
rain, and 4
camera-
people walked across
Oh,
a lawn
I didn't
towards
realize
the
my mic was
front
still on. I
door
thought I muted it.
of Trow Road. There lay a house with just 2 people sleeping
Not my camera.
inside as the 4 approached. That dark night, they didn't have a dog, they didn't have an alarm, nothing to warn them of what was coming. Not at all. Because they weren't coming with kindness,
I don't know why my
you know, on the mind.
Oh, God.
The four who
Camera's
arrived were 17-year-old
delayed.
Steven Spader, 19-year-old Christopher Gribble, 17-year-old Quinn Glover, and 18-year-old William Marks. The four had been friends for some time, having been drawn together by their pretty dark interests, namely serial killers, horrorcore music, and cults. Sounds familiar. To seem even more like hardcore, Quinn had even told them he had killed people before. Look at you! And Stephen would say he was in a gang, so you best not mess with a big dog. Well, now they had their own little gang. Stephen Spader was the leader, and they called themselves the Disciples of Destruction. Their goal was mayhem. Some people just want to see the world burn. Did they wear the Joker makeup too? They had picked this particular...
Oh, God.
house at 4 Trow Road as their target about a week before. As they were driving around, it was their target for what they would, well, intended to do. See, their hope was to just burglarize the house, right? Steal a load of shit in your teens looking for a trill. But if there was somebody there, well, they had a plan for that too. And the plan would get a shit ton darker. All four arrived armed with an axe, knives, a machete.
I'm gonna try to fix my stream real quick. I'm gonna see if I can't get it. Webcam delayed OBS. Camera delay on OBS. So, advanced audio properties. Hold on, let me see if I can do that real quick. Audio capture. Is there advanced audio settings? Maybe. Oh, sync offset. So let's try to. Is this milliseconds? Yeah. I was talking, the words were coming, and then the camera wasn't. I don't know, we'll try a 10-second offset, see if that fixes anything. Where'd my stream go? There it is. Alright, let me see if my... Well, I don't know if that actually applied yet or not. I think so. Oh, come on. Where'd my stream go? There it is. Alright, let me see if my... It looks better. Well, I don't know if that actually applied yet or not. Maybe 11 seconds. See, 11 or 9. Oh, come on. Alright. I think it's fixed now.
Weapons. William Marks and Quinn Glover, they were hoping to just break in, steal some shit, you know, for a rush. While Steven Spader and Christopher Gribble were hoping that people would be home because they just wanted to kill people for the heck of it. They wanted to know what it felt like. Off to a good start here.
Okay.
It was the basement window they tried first. Christopher, he crawled to the damp ground,
okay, we're back to
got
live
the screen,
now.
and then tried to push the window in, but it broke. And so William Marks, being the smallest, 5'3", 97 pounds,
might be the full screen that
but found himself locked in the basement. They were determined, though. They wouldn't let...
Let me see. No, I think I got it fixed. Okay. Okay.
Anything stopped them from getting into that house and doing the devil's work. It was through another window where the aircon was vented. They removed some parts of it, and Steven Spader managed to get in. And then he let the others in through the front door. He opened the basement door so William could come into the house. Then they went to the circuit breaker and cut the power. They used an iPod that was found lying around to guide them through that house. When all four were together, they started walking towards the master bedroom, and Steven Spader, he peered in, and he saw someone lying there in the darkness. He saw someone under the covers. He whispered back to the other three, saying there's somebody in there, but they misheard him. They thought he said there's nobody here. So they started talking loudly, which woke up the person who was sleeping. In that dark house, a female voice said,
the exact opposite of what he said.
Is that you? Stephen then walked towards the bed. He whipped out his machete and he started slashing. Christopher, who also had a knife, he joined in. That was 42-year-old Kimberly Cates, a devoted mother and wife, a nurse, and she was known as a lovely, sweet person. She didn't have a hope. Neither did Kimberly's 11-year-old daughter, Jamie, who was also in the room. Kimberly's scream woke her up, and Christopher went straight for her, stabbing Jamie in the face and the lungs. Then he tried stabbing her in the heart, and threw her at a sliding glass door.
That's why I sleep with
Kimberly,
the gun above
in the
my head.
meantime, had a pillow over her face and was being stabbed in the neck and the chest. William and Quinn watched as this went on. After a time, when the silence rang out, they wanted to see what they had done. They went back to the circuit breaker, they turned the power back on, and it was a bloodbath. No two ways about it. The four then grabbed some valuables, jewelry, wallet, a few other small items, and fled the house, back to the car where they changed their blood-drenched clothes and shoes and drove off. Well, if that isn't a nightmare, I'm not too sure what is. But what happened next was just as shocking, because at 4:15 a.m. a 911 call was made. It was Jamie Cates. She managed to call. She wasn't dead. The police arrived in short time. Jamie on the phone had told them it was a home invasion, a robbery. They were not expecting what they found,
a bloodbath,
which was a bloodbath of the highest order.
Why would they say robbery instead
Jamie
of like
was
a
covered
murder?
in blood, cuts, lacerations. Her jaw fractured, where her foot was almost gone. She couldn't speak by this point. If she passed out before calling, she certainly would have died. Kimberly was in the bed, unrecognizable, skull opened up, eye socket
I guess he's
cracked.
young.
Stab wounds, it'd be easier to say where they weren't at this point.
And found 11-year-old Jamie Cates.
I saw a young girl laying on the floor. I observed that she was completely covered in blood from her head to her toe. I observed that she had major injuries and major trauma, to include lacerations to her face, extremities, as well as I observed that part of her foot was missing.
Sergeant Furlong says Jamie was trying to scream, but nothing was coming out of her mouth.
I got close to her. I told her that I was a police officer, I was there to help. She then said in a whisper while shaking that she thought her mommy was dead.
Not a whole lot could prepare the EMTs and investigators for this. David Cates, husband and father, he'd been out of town on business that particular night, and now he was rushing back. In the meantime, the four people that had done this were very busy trying to cover their tracks and make
I
any
wonder
leads to them
what their
as foggy as
cause
possible.
was.
William Marks they dropped off at home, while the three others, Steven Spader, Christopher Gribble, and Quinn Glover, went to another friend's house at about 5:30 a.m. His name was Autumn Savoy, and he was supposed to be their alibi for the night. Yeah, we were just at a sleepover for the night. You know yourself. You never left the house. They immediately told Autumn where they had been and what they had done. Boasting, actually, what they had been and done would be more accurate. Relishing the details of this horrific...
I would never understand why people that do fucked up stuff like that will go and tell, like, a regular person. I don't know if they are, like, so delusional that they don't understand that it's fucked up and then that everyone may not agree with them. Or what, but that's... Yeah. Can you imagine hearing that story? Yeah, I just broke into some random person's house and killed the person and their daughter. In their mind.
Home invasion. They showed Autumn...
No one's going to agree with that, because what if that happened to you?
The bag filled with bloody clothing they had taken off. They actually wanted to burn that bag of clothing in Autumn's backyard, but he said, F no. And so they ended up throwing it in the Nashua River. It was actually Autumn who disposed of that bag of evidence. I'm not really too sure why he did, because that's a hell of a crime to get to involve yourself in, but he went in with a bag, he threw it in the river, the bag floated. But he was like, sure. He saw the bag of evidence floating down the river, he was sure. Be grand. Off he went. Following that, the same morning after, they went for some food, then they went to pawn some of the items they had stolen, and they got a whopping 130 bucks. Yippee. This was at the mall, right? And they were actually questioned.
Someone died for $130.
Because they were acting suspicious. And there had recently been a couple of burglaries in the area, but the police let them go. After that, Stephen and Christopher, they went to another friend's house, a Kyle Fenton. They did the exact same thing they did at Autumn, as they were yapping away to Kyle about, hey, this is what we did last night. You'll never guess, right? Going into all the details of the brutal attack on Kimberly and on Jamie. Kyle, though, was not the same as Autumn. He was not best pleased hearing this. He was a bit like...
What's wrong?
After they left, he then went online to see if they were bullshitting him or not. And it turned out they weren't bullshitting him at all. And he told his mother what they had just told him. She then told the police. See... they wanted to go around covering their tracks. They had alibis, evidence removal. But they still went around telling anyone who would listen what they had just done. They couldn't keep it to themselves. Psychos. That's how long their rampage lasted, right? A couple of hours. And then shortly after they talked to Kyle, it got to the point where they were like, you know what, maybe we should actually not tell this to everybody. Maybe we should keep this, kind of on the hush-hush. The weapons, the murder weapons they still had, they used bleach and they used alcohol to clean them, and they buried the weapons in the forest along with some of the other items they hadn't pawned from the Kate's home yet. Then after that, they went back to Autumn's and started reading about the Trill kills, whatever they had just done on the internet, reading all the deets about this horrific attack. They saw that Kimberly was dead and that Jamie had survived, at which point Steven Spader said, "At least I killed my bitch," said the bitch. At this point, the police were aware of what they had been saying from Kyle and his mother's report. So Christopher Gribble, Steven Spader, and Autumn Savoy were interviewed by the police. Autumn, he stuck with the alibi. He was the alibi for the night. For like 5 seconds before he was like, okay, this is what they told me. When Steven Spader was interviewed, he said, I don't know who committed these horrific acts against Kimberly and Jamie, but whoever did, sick bastard. They should get the death penalty. No judge, no jury, straight to execution. Then he asked for an attorney. Christopher Gribble, on the other hand, he denied any knowledge of the home invasion. But after a few hours, the 19-year-old said, "Get out your tape recorder. I have a story for you."
Today is October 5th, 2009. The time is approximately 18:45. With me is Christopher Gribble. Is it true that you come to me and told me you'd like to talk again?
Yes, I would.
It's like 6 in the afternoon.
Steve and I are very similar. Steven's family. Both of us grew up with problems in our families. Technically, we're both sociopaths.
Almost 7?
Legally, by neuropsychologists' declaration. I do not use that as an excuse. I just thought I'd let you know.
No, that's an important fact to know.
He said, yeah, we're just going to go in there, grab some stuff. If anybody's there, we're going to kill and have some fun. I agreed. The mom sat up in the bed, started asking who was there, what was going on, tried to turn on the lamp and it didn't turn on. Yep. And when she did that, Steve started hacking at the bed with the machete. I was controlled, but I didn't really feel much of anything.
Oh my god.
I thought I would, but I didn't. Quinn had the good sense to go turn the breakers back on and the lights went on. Yep. The mom was obviously not going to make it. The girl I was pretty sure wasn't going to. She was completely out there with blood all over the place.
He told the police that him and Stephen were sociopaths, and that they'd wanted to kill someone for a long time. The most chilling facet of his confession, though, was really two things. When he said he was disappointed about two things. One was he said after the attack, he said he felt nothing. He didn't get the rush he was expecting and hoping for. After they did what they did, he said he just felt nothing at all. So if that's not monster material, I don't know what is. The other disappointment was that he didn't get to kill Jamie.
Tom, we're live on the banks of the Nashua River, where prosecutors say somewhere in this area, Autumn Savoy helped dispose of evidence related to the Mont Vernon murder. Today in court, Savoy said he was just trying to do what his friends wanted him to do.
Quinn Glover and William Marks were both rounded up too. Quinn stuck to the alibi story and asked for a lawyer.
Fucking weird people.
For a lawyer, William Marks said he was involved in the burglary, but not the murder. Stephen Spader and Christopher Gribble were charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and attempted murder, as well as witness tampering and burglary. They were held in prison without bail, awaiting trial.
Disturbing new details emerging in the Mont Vernon murder case. News 9 has obtained court documents filed by prosecutors detailing an alleged brotherhood between the suspects in last October's brutal killing of Kimberly Cates. In it, prosecutors highlight what they call the disciples of destruction and allege the crimes committed on the morning of October 4th,
not disciple.
2009 were part of an initiation.
The disciple
William was charged with conspiracy to commit murder and accomplice to first-degree assault and burglary. Quinn was charged with conspiracy to commit burglary,
it looks like he'd be a
robbery.
YouTuber for like Minecraft
Both
videos.
of them made deals with state prosecutors for a lesser sentence in return for testimony against Stephen and Christopher. William getting 30 to 60 years, and Quinn getting 20 to 40.
Billy Marks, looking pale and thin, looks back briefly at his father as he prepares to be sentenced for his role in the murder of Kimberly Cates. Judge Abramson looks disgusted as she addresses the 19-year-old.
You planned and you watched and you celebrated.
Glover addressed the judge with the only apology the Cates family has heard in this courtroom.
Every morsel of food that I eat, every breath of air that I take, every beat of my heart, I think of what we have done. I know that there is nothing that I can do that will ever atone for my terrible actions.
So that's how it all went down, and in the meantime the police were looking for
I still stick with it. That guy looks like a Minecraft pedophile.
They found swords.
He's a killer, so I don't feel bad about
They
calling
found
himself.
knives hidden inside teddy bears. Remember that bag that floated down the river? Well, that was swiftly recovered. Inside was all the bloody clothing, all the bloody evidence. A red sweatshirt that read, "This is Steve's sweatshirt. Steve, who is awesome," on it, and also socks with C. Gribble on them. Of all the things to wear to a home invasion, maybe don't wear the things that have your actual name on them.
Right?
And this is what the defendant used against both of his victims.
Handling a machete almost as often as he used the word merciless, New Hampshire Assistant Attorney General Peter Hinckley outlined what the state believes Stephen Spader did the night Kimberly Cates was murdered and her then 11-year-old daughter Jamie was severely wounded. As for the defendant, he sat quietly, often with his hands forming a steeple, for instance, as the prosecution talked about the motive.
Break in and kill whoever was inside. For fun, for kicks.
Steven Spader went on trial in November 2010 and he pleaded not guilty to all charges. Throughout the trial, he was completely silent, showing nothing, blank-faced. Except one time when he joked to his attorney about having the jury sing him happy birthday. Steven had antisocial personality traits, and in 2008 he spent a brief period in a psychiatric hospital. Twice, actually, after being diagnosed with depression and bipolar disorder. Steven's parents were worried, his friends were worried. He was growing darker and darker. Self-harm, drugs. His parents sent him to different treatment centers, all costing a pretty penny, to no avail, and he was eventually kicked out of school. He also had 2 violent incidents with his parents when police had to be called.
When referring to Mr. Spader, do you see him here in the courtroom?
I do, sir.
Please point him out and identify an article of clothing he's wearing.
To the right of the table, in the blue suit.
Quinn would take the stand, telling how Steven had been like this for a while, how he had been fixated on violence, spoke of it as often as he could. About a year before the attack, the fantasies just weren't enough, and he began to speak more and more about what he would do and how he would consume parts of the victims.
He talked about eating people, roasting people, putting heads on stakes, making scenes for the press.
Then it became a reality he was foisting upon the disciples of destruction, their little gang. Quinn told that while the attacks were going on, he covered his ears and walked outside to stop the screaming.
Yeah, that's a lot less like a Minecraft
His
pedo
testimony
now.
was chilling, as was William Marks. William had tried to back out of the entire thing, but Steven sent him a text
That guy
saying,
kinda looks like a
"Are you
Minecraft
fucking
pedo."
kidding me? Billy, dude, if you're not back here in 20, we're gonna have problems for real."
You stood in that doorway and you watched them both attack those people, did you?
Yes.
Did you once, just once, try and stop them?
No.
Did you try and help
No.
him or Jamie once?
No.
I mean, this is their testimony, though, and to be honest, I couldn't really give a shite, right? They both went along with the entire thing. They weren't, they're not victims here in any way, shape, or form. It also came out that William Marks and his dad had been talking about selling their story for a lump sum, so obviously he wasn't feeling too bad about the whole thing. He had dollar signs in his eyes. And one final thing about William and Quinn, right? William said Quinn had gone to the circuit breaker after the attacks. He had turned the power back on so they could see what they had done. They didn't do anything during the attacks, they just watched in horror. And sure, Quinn had said he was so horrified by what he was witnessing, he had walked outside and covered his ears. But the police would find on the circuit breaker a substance that appeared to be blood. If it was blood and Quinn didn't attack anyone, how did it get there? Did they sell out their friends for a lesser sentence? Because both Steven and Christopher would say, they wouldn't really tell anything about what had happened. They were in a bloodlust frenzy against these 2 defenseless sleeping people anyway. Steven bragged about his crimes while in jail. He wrote poems about the home invasion. I hope he is still bragging, because he was found guilty beyond guilty. Didn't need a whole lot against him when he was proud of what he had done. He was sentenced to life without parole.
This isn't somebody who's going to grow out of his problems. His problem is he is a psychopath. That's what he is. It's not a phase. It's not something that can be treated. It's who he is, and he acts in response to who he is.
Spader was 17 when he led 3 other men on a violent home invasion in Mount Vernon in 2009 that killed Kimberly and seriously injured her daughter Jamie. That victim, now 14, sat in the front row of the court with her father, David Cates. Saying he didn't want to slip by on a technicality, Spader instructed his lawyers not to present a defense and had them only read a letter of apology into the record.
To the Cates family, I know my words have no meaning, but I am truly sorry.
David actually said he found it insulting what he had to say.
Well, I mean, if he's proud of it, then yeah, why would he?
Next up was Christopher
I can
Gribble.
see why he would be
His
insulted
plan
by
was
an
quite
apology.
different from Stephen's. Stephen's plan was basically just say no. Christopher was going with the old, not guilty, insanity.
When were you legally insane?
When was I legally insane? Well, I think technically I'm legally insane now is what my defense is. That I am...
Right now.
Yes.
You're a careful criminal, right?
Yes.
At a pre-trial competency hearing, he told the judge he was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder. He had been taking Prozac, but had stopped and had not been receiving any treatment at the time of the attacks. He would also say he was abused when he was young, both physically and emotionally.
I'd get to the point at night where I just really wanted to sneak in my dad's bedroom, pull the gun out, and shoot myself in the head. Because I just wanted it to end.
Basically trying to grab anything he could to lessen his own responsibility, really.
In Gribble's version, Spader is clearly the ringleader, but Gribble seemed happy to comply with his orders during the killing.
At some point, Steve said, finish him off. He threw a pillow onto the mom's face. Because she was still making, like, kind of burbling, not really breathing, but, like, raspy burbling noises.
You're saying you're legally insane.
I'm saying as my defense, yes.
Do you not believe in your defense?
I do believe in my defense.
So you're saying you were legally insane.
Yes.
Christopher was described as a weirdo by those around him. He was not someone who could read situations. He made sexual advances on people who did not want them. He had been to counselors, he had been on medication, but when he renewed his friendship with Steven Spader, they had been friends in the Boy Scouts when they were younger, well, that's when things got to what they got to.
You're a dangerous guy, right?
I could be considered dangerous, yes.
People in the jail have no idea how dangerous you are.
No, they don't. I smile because it's funny that all the people in there have no idea who they're messing with.
They may not, but you'd agree the Cates family certainly knows how dangerous you are, right?
Well, yes.
You made sure of that, right?
During his trial, his therapist testified he did not have mental illness, but he did have some traits, and he was on the road, to it for want of a better word.
I was informed that he had thoughts of wanting to kill his parents.
Dr. Grace Tallarico said Gribble also expressed concern he could become a serial rapist, and she sent him for in-depth psychological testing. Prosecutors argued Gribble was never formally diagnosed with any disorder and clearly comprehended that killing was legally and morally wrong.
He didn't have enough to be properly diagnosed with any of these disorders he was claiming he had. I suppose it doesn't mean he didn't have them, but it also seemed like he was quite aware of what he was doing.
Legally, it is possible, if I were sent to the secure psychiatric unit, that I could get out again. I don't think it's probable at all. I think the possibility is one of those sort of 1,000,000 to 1 sort of things. But I know it's possible. And if I did get out, I think it is possible that I could kill again.
A witness from jail would testify that Christopher was hoping to be out of prison in 6 years. That's including good behavior by using the insanity defense.
Don't like it in jail and you do want to get out, right?
That'd be nice, yes.
He used it, and it didn't work.
Through these accounts, I've heard my wife's last breath. I have listened to my child's screams. I have watched as Jamie's perfect little body was mutilated and tortured.
Mr. Cates said while Kimberly Cates was a fighter full of life, she died with the thought her daughter never made it.
In the last moments of her life, the thought of her daughter dying next to her was more than she could bear.
I am not going to go into the bottomless aggravating factors that exist in this case, but I believe the record will thoroughly support my belief that infinity is not enough jail time for you. Accordingly, you are sentenced on the remaining convictions to the maximum penalty allowed by law to be served consecutively.
He was found to be sane and he was sentenced to life without parole. Christopher never showed any remorse or guilt. He was feeling sorry for himself, though, and complaining about his quality of life in jail. Well, dude, buckle up. You gotta look at the bright side of things, because you're gonna be looking at those 4 walls for quite some time. All 4 still remain in jail to this day.
To be fair, I think they should be there.
As for Autumn, he pleaded guilty to hiding evidence and conspiracy. He was sentenced to 5 to 12 years and was paroled in 2015.
Damn, that dude has stretch years, and oh, I guess it was 2015.
This case really has nothing good coming out of it from any end, except for the Kimberly L. Cates Memorial Scholarship awarded to high school seniors from the area. Jamie Cates is doing well, studying public health and living a full life, which is great to see.
Just living every day like it's the last, right?
And there you have it, an early October nightmare. It seems very fitting it happened not far from Halloween because it's a true horror. 4 teens, 2 pure devils, killers, who just wanted to do it and nothing would stop them. I mean, the fact that Christopher was disappointed after he did it because he felt
that's a crazy thought to believe, though, is that there are people out there that will kill you just because they want to sneak into your house and attempt to.
Sleep well. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time to be here with me. It means so much to me.
What you won?
And as always, please check out Twitter, Instagram,
let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's watch
that chapter, which is me. Oh goddamn. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and it means so much to me. So as always, please take care of yourselves.
Watch one of these. I missed this a year ago. I don't even know who XQC is, honestly. Which is
I've been using Grammarly for years. Now the great thing is Grammarly is
kind of odd because I'm so into the YouTube scene.
Check your grammar, but also
it's like where I get all my media from is YouTube.
Welcome to Mogul Money.
Stuff, but
and
I have no idea. I don't know. CYR.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome
XQC
to
or Soda Poppin'.
With 3 of my
I don't know,
favorite
I need
streamers on Twitch.tv. Really excited
I'm not huge
for the
into the
episode
Twitch
we have
stream,
in
though.
store
That's
here
probably why.
today. I can hear you breathing heavy, Chance. No.
If you guys kick it, I'm kicking it.
I hear you.
I watch more
breathing
videos
heavy.
than live streams.
All right. Well, let's start with our first guest here. The one I was most excited to come out today, Seer. What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing really good. I'm excited.
You feeling good about your chances?
My what?
That's my name. It's literally my shirt.
Well, you're not on the shirt. You're not even on the shirt, so I don't know. Felix. You're already serious?
I'm knowledgeable.
Yeah. There's not.
I just came here to claim the prize.
It's an audio quiz, so the reading glasses.
Oh. I'm just here for the money.
Okay, you're just here for the money.
Yep.
Here for the money, and Chance, you're here for what?
To establish dominance.
Okay. You're on your tippy toes?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
We gotta start the show, Ludwig.
We gotta start the show. I don't even think they can see your face. You're probably not even in the shot. They just see your neck. I hear him breathing so heavily through the loft.
I'm not breathing heavy.
Chat hears you. I want you to know chat hears you.
No, they don't.
They also can hear the sweet prizes we have to win today. Roll the prizes, because there's a lot.
First place will receive
I had to move my heater over. My feet were getting cold.
Second place will receive a custom Mogul Moves bidet.
$500.
Third place will receive 3 used AA batteries.
Just need to get rid of those. It's a recycling program we have. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing here. We're going to have 2 trivia boards, okay? The way it's going to work is the trivia boards will have different varying point questions. The higher the point, the harder the question. The second board will be double the points. Whoever has the most points at the end, the top 2, will move on.
I really like League, but I never played Valorant. Well, I kind of played Valorant like twice,
quick
but
money. Bottom eliminated. Let's take a look at our board. Starting with Mr. Worldwide TTV.
Who is that?
It's our first category. I'll explain it. No worries. Mountains. That's mountains. That's easy. Pepper Pains.
I know that
Don't
one. I'm buzzing in. I know that one. Can we? It's him.
Okay. Next category is words in Mogul Money, and then final category is juicers. Yeah, I think we got 2 categories for you.
I'm gonna try playing along kind of with it. If I know the answer, if I don't know the answer, I probably just won't say anything.
It's over.
Or I might say the wrong
we have
thing,
a
I don't
tradition
know.
on Mogul Money. The tallest person gets to pick the first one. Soda Poppin', please, could you pick our first category here and what point total you would like?
Well, let's go ahead and do 500, Mr. Worldwide GTV.
All
I'm not a
right,
coward.
here it is. Buzz in when I'm done reading the question. This is the third most popular language on Twitch based on average viewers in the past 7.
Third most popular language on Twitch based on average viewers in the past 7 days. Well, I'm going to assume that English is number 1. Or, well, I don't think they have Twitch in China. I was going to say China would probably be number 1 because I think they have more people. But, so let's say it has to be countries that have Twitch. So, probably Korean? I would assume South Korea would have Twitch. It's probably English, Spanish, and then Korean. I would assume.
Seer.
What is Spanish?
That is incorrect.
Spanish would probably be second.
You buzzing?
Can you read the question again?
What's
I don't have to buzz again.
What?
I buzzed.
You didn't buzz. Soda buzz, though.
I'm going to go with
Korean?
French.
That is incorrect.
You're so stupid, Chance. You're so fucking...
Can we cuss?
X. You can cuss, please.
Excellent. What is Portuguese?
That is correct.
Oh.
Portuguese is the third most
Why do you have
popular
your phone
language.
open down here?
I don't have a phone.
Hey, hey!
No, I swear.
Why do you have your phone down here?
I swear, I heard him saying
it
you
was just about the money.
Okay. X, you got it right. You have control of the
He
board
said,
now. You're in the lead by 1,000. This is a great spot to be in. Where do you want to go?
So I'm going to do what Chance should have done. I'm
I
going to start with a
didn't think
soft one. I'm
Portuguese.
going to take mountains for 200.
Okay, mountains for 200. This tallest mountain in Japan is visible from Tokyo on...
Oh, Mount Fuji. I remember abroad in Japan was trying to get to Mount Fuji, and his first 2 attempts, it was like super cloudy or something. And I think that was in the same time frame that they did the ASO song.
Your days.
I'm gonna say Fuji.
Mount
Soda.
Rushmore.
That is so incorrect.
Mount Rushmore is not in Japan.
You've been to Japan.
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is, Grammarly is free and easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar, but
Why would we have the president's faces in Japan?
Not really.
What do you mean?
Nah, it doesn't count.
You were filmed there.
Yeah, but it doesn't count.
Okay, all right.
doesn't
That
count.
is incorrect. It is not Mount Rushmore. Do
I
we
feel
have
like he
another
had to
guesser?
have known that was that.
You get a rebuzz after. Seer?
Yep, I'm buzzed.
Yeah.
Fuji.
What is
I
Mount
know this
Fuji?
in the game. I buzzed. I buzzed again. My right
You
answer.
already got it right. It's
I
Mount
already
Fuji.
got it right.
Mount
That's called
Fuji.
brain lag again.
Did you really not know that, Chance?
I had no clue.
Are you?
I had literally no clue.
No.
Chance, what do you think of when you think of Mount Rushmore? What do you imagine?
A mountain.
You know there's faces on it, right?
Yeah, it's not 4 Japanese dudes.
I don't know
This
that.
isn't Naruto.
Where is
right?
Mount Rushmore?
I think one of them fell down.
Wait,
though,
yeah,
didn't he?
maybe he's thinking of the Hokage Mountain.
I think that's what they say.
It's in North or South Dakota. It has
you took away
presidents.
200 points.
Yeah,
Let's just move on.
it is your board now, Seer.
In that case, let's do mountains for 400.
Okay. Mountains for 400. Here it is, the second.
I think Mount Everest is the tallest. I don't remember. I'm not very good with mountains.
This mountain in the world. That is X.
Do I talk?
Yeah. Your answer.
I'm gonna say Mount Everest, Justin. I think it's actually the tallest though.
Oh, I know what it is.
Are you guys buzzing in? Are you guys passing this? The time is up. Time is up. What was your guess?
K2.
That is correct.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Just needed a few extra seconds.
So it wasn't Everest?
It what? Well, no. This is second tallest.
Oh God,
Not
he had the
bad.
same answer as me. That's bad.
It's your board still, Seer.
Can I take mountains for 100, please?
You can. You can. It's gonna be dumb though. This is the tallest mount
Everest
in the world.
You know.
Soda.
Everest.
Form of a question, please.
What is Mount Everest?
What is the tallest mountain in the world?
Oh, that is correct. Thank you so much, Soda. It is Mount Everest.
He got the point.
Yeah, you'd get 100 points there. Mount Everest is correct. Where would you like to take the board now?
Let's go with mountains for 500.
You were so good at that, so I think this is good for you. I'm excited for you here. The
back
tallest
up.
mountain in the U.S. used to be called Mount McKinley, but it's now a local name that's also the name of a GMC truck.
GMC. GMC has the Avalanche. I don't know. I don't know any other trucks. I don't know why I don't know any other trucks.
Eve Online.
Can't think of it right now.
Immerses you in a universe with thousands of...
Go ahead. No, I buzzed too early, so it locked me out. I'm sorry.
You guys
I have the answer. It's so easy.
Are out of time. Obviously, he knew it. I'll say it on his behalf. Mount Denali.
Oh.
Same car that Nick rented.
Yes,
That's pretty
Denali.
close. It's okay. Nobody
I thought
lost,
Denali
nobody
was like
gained.
a
Still your board
like a
soda.
Roush
I get
brand.
to go again.
You want to finish off mountains?
I finished off your mom last night.
300. No, let's do,
Fatality.
Sorry, what's up?
Words in Magul money, 200.
Okay, remember, every answer has to be a word within the letters of Mogul Money. So
What
you
does that
can't
mean?
you can't have like the
Yeah,
letter
see, like
Q
an
in there.
acronym
or the letter
of
S.
He's so
Mogul
dumb.
money.
Chance is so dumb.
Chance is so
His
dumb.
comprehension skills are
All-time low.
Could I use W? Because that's in words.
No. Only Mogul Money. In.
So you could say something you do at go-karts, and I would say win. Win.
No, there's no W in Mogul Money.
But there's an N.
Yeah, but you said
There's W. Oh.
only Mogul Money.
So all the letters have to
Yeah.
be in Mogul money.
Yes.
Not in words in.
Okay,
I
can
thought
I
it was.
check- I
I
don't-
thought it was words in Mogul money.
No, because then it would be called words in words in
can I
Mogul
do-
Money.
Okay.
Words
Juicers.
in words
This
in.
doesn't make sense a lot.
Let's do juicers.
I need my 200. That's too
need
much.
You know what this one? This one's going to be about juice. Pretty straightforward. Let's take a look.
You got this.
200. No, this is juice. Hold up. We pulled up words in Mogul Money. Look, this is an easy one though. You guys got this.
What was that? I'm not a goblin. I'm not a goblin. I'm not an elf. I'm a gnome.
I'm not a goblin. I'm not a gnelf. I'm a
Gnome.
Hold up.
Aha.
Soda.
A gnome.
That is correct.
No.
gnome,
My light
technically.
went off first.
No.
Chance still has so much damage control.
Let's do pepper panes for 300.
All right. Pepper Panes.
Yeah,
It'll
you're-
be straightforward. This is the
Hottest pepper in the world, according to the Guinness Book, or Guinness, boasting a 2.2 million SHU. That is the Boot Jalupa, I think, is the actual name of it. Or I think the Boot Jalupa is actually like the parent pepper to the Carolina Reaper pepper, which I think that might be the answer.
hottest
To the
pepper in
Boot
world,
Jalupa or
according
Carolina
to Guinness
Reaper.
Book of World Records, boasting a 2.2 million SHU. X.
What is the Carolina Reaper?
I gotta look this one up because I forget.
What?
Confirmed. That is correct.
Right.
Great answer.
There's an audio of like
Great
some
answer.
people clapping.
Oh, we got 200 points.
That stream's hearing people losing it. But, you know, they're not hearing one person clap by themselves. They're losing it right now. It's now your board, and you're in first place by a wide margin.
I take Mr. Wild Wide TTV for 300.
All right, let's take a look. This is what the TV stands for in Twitch.tv.
Oh, that's actually not like television. It's like Tasmania or something like that. It's a different country. Tanzania? Might be Tanzania.
Soda.
Television.
That is incorrect.
Nope.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't know this.
I don't know.
It might be.
I'm locked out of it. I did it too early.
I'll give you one guess right now.
No.
I'm gonna say
The
Tanzania.
correct answer.
I know.
Do you want to say it?
Tornado volume.
He
What?
buzzed that in. That tag
No, I
counts.
didn't.
This was actually the monthly multiplier. So who's the one who pulled this one up?
Me.
This is your board, right?
My board.
This technically, then, Soda, this is you've been saved by the graces of technology. Because
Wow.
monthly
Soda.
multiplier means only XQC is allowed to answer this question. So you actually can't lose points for this. Only X is allowed to guess.
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is Grammarly is free and easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar, but also
I don't think they're gonna bring
to
this
guess,
back to
but
an
you can
episode
wager
in a
as many or
year.
as few points as you'd like.
I
I
hope so.
wager a 0 for this one.
All right, 0 points. We'll roll the clip just
scared,
because
that's why.
we have, if we can.
Wait.
Hey guys, Pokey here. I was actually going to be on today's show, but I'm not feeling too well, so figured it's best to stay home. However, I do have a question for today's contestants. This is where the TV in Twitch.tv comes from. Good luck, and I hope to see you guys next month.
Wait.
What the fuck?
What do you mean she was supposed to be on the show?
What just happened?
Oh, what just happened? So one of us is not supposed to be here.
Did she say a word differently?
No, it's just like a celebrity. It's like, injecting a celebrity into.
Saying that we would have Bogey on the show and then we get this
Run the clip
guy?
again. It was actually you that.
We get this guy instead.
Well, I actually added you on last second.
It wasn't me.
No, it was X.
This is what the TV stands for in Twitch.tv.
Yeah,
Twitch.
How do you guys not know this?
I know this.
I think it's a country. Pretty sure.
Televised virtual.
It's a small nation
Guess.
island.
All right,
Oh, I was right.
voices.
It's a small nation
Maybe
island
I'm not
known
right
as
about that.
Tuvalu.
Oh,
And the initials
Tuvalu.
that they got for all their domains are .tv. 10% of their income, the entire country's income, comes from selling domain rights and usages, including Twitch.tv.
Tuvalu.
Yeah.
I don't believe this.
No, I don't
It's a
believe that.
small
This has to
country.
be by far the most boring answer we've had on the show.
Yeah.
Is this not interesting that the website you were on is not .television?
You know what, Ludwig? That was really boring.
What? This is interesting. This is like
Keyword
this is a,
boring.
this
should be in Pepper Pains.
It's a
Chance,
fun fact.
resident sleeper, huh?
Boring. I'm taking us today to Mr. Worldwide TTV for 200.
Let's take a look. This metropolitan city is the most populated in the world and is a familiar stomping ground for various IRL streamers like Retro Gaijin and Jake and Bake Live. And the buzzer goes to...
I don't know either one of those people.
That doesn't make sense.
Wait.
Pop, pop.
I did it.
What did it say?
He did it.
What did it say? I don't. This metropolitan city is the most populated in the world and is familiar stomping ground for various IRL streamers like Retro Gaijin and Jake. Japan? Or Los Angeles?
That was X. X got it.
It's so stupid. No, no, this is boring. What's Japan?
Isn't Japan a country?
Correct. Soda.
Why does it say seer?
It's fucked up.
Okay, yeah, so we
Do
agree.
you hate me?
Now,
Do you? I know I'm not
Maybe it's like
Pokemon,
Kyoto?
okay? I'm sorry I can't be her.
what is Tokyo?
That is
Oh,
correct.
yeah.
City, you dumb fuck.
Why'd
That's
you
what I
say
thought.
Japan, bro?
I don't.
All these stupid answers! And you're gonna make fun of me for this one? Who doesn't know Tuvalu? Or GNC?
Is he having a meltdown
Who doesn't
right
know
now?
that?
I don't
And you're
feel
gonna make fun
safe.
of me for Japan?
Yeah, because it said city.
Bro, you're short and mad.
I'm taking my glasses back.
All right.
I see literally the same number
Chance,
on our
it's your
score.
board, please.
Alright, let's hit up 400 juicers.
Don't say it like that.
All right, this is juice. Not branded as juice, this tropical fruit's liquid has long been popular in tropical countries and recently has become marketed in Western countries.
Pineapple got big during I think it was the Victorian era. Yeah, pretty sure. Pineapple got big during the Victorian era, so I'm going to guess either banana, kiwi, or coconut. Let's say kiwi. I don't know when
There's
kiwi
something
became
wrong
popular.
with this. This is broken.
Trust me.
There's lag.
Trust me. It's perfect. Who buzzed in first here?
Nobody buzzed.
Did nobody buzz?
I didn't buzz.
So we're saying either I don't know when bananas became popular,
I didn't buzz yet.
but we're
Time's up. Do you want to take a guess for
I'm in
fun?
between
For fun?
kiwi or
What
coconut.
is that stupid? Those little, like, blue thing, little balls, and what is it
Acai
called?
berry?
Okay, I'll go for a guess. They get like little balls. It's like, I think it's an Indian
little
drink.
Little packets. What
Boba?
is coconut water?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
That's
Little
that's
packets.
almost
right.
That's the answer.
What is
No,
it? Coconuts have been in the world for like ever.
I know,
I
but
was so
Is it
close.
recently?
I know it's been marketed in the West.
Wait, I'm
It's
sorry.
not true.
What?
Coconut water.
Coconut.
That's not recent.
I was gonna say Capri Sun.
I remember before coconut water was marketed, and after, obviously, it's still marketed.
Yeah, but
Capri
it
Sun.
said recently. Coconut water's been around.
I wasn't sure how
Coconut water is
recent
technically
they
the
meant
juice
by
of a
recently,
coconut.
though.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
technically,
Yeah.
and that's been around in the West for I don't even know how long.
How can you market that? It's not a brand name.
There are coconuts in California.
There's branded coconut water.
Nah,
You know,
Like
honestly,
that
I see
Eva
why
Brandon.
Pokemon
give
wasn't on this
everyone
show.
give. I agree.
Yeah, how about we just see the next category here? You guys are doing a great job.
Still
That's what I was
soda?
thinking.
You sure
It is still Soda's board, yeah.
Skrilla, I'm gonna hit up that.
Don't say screw.
You say fire.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So Skrilla,
Uh-huh.
let's hit up Pepper Pains.
For what?
400.
Okay, here it is. What's my name? Is not the question. It's actually Mrs. Pepper from the hit show Blue's Clues comes from this country.
Oh, I remember she had an ethnic, dialect. I just don't remember where it was from. I'm gonna say France.
Here. What is France?
That is correct.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Dude,
This is
why
boring.
the fuck are you watching Blue's Clues?
I remember
because I had a
that
childhood and I
from a
was
kid.
miserable Still like winning you. it. And my parents
Okay.
loved
By 100
me,
points,
unlike
this
yours.
nerd is stealing my answers.
You're adopted.
Say that again.
we're
didn't
chilling.
say-
We're chilling.
Did you hear what he just said?
He said you're adopted. Is that true?
Yeah.
Why would
You
you
mind if
say
I-
that to him
you
then?
mind if I have a minute?
Yeah, take some time. It is your board though. Oh, like just time to like come on.
Let's go back into
We're
it.
like here. Come on. You got this. You got this.
Let's hit up.
You do Cusco?
Let's hit up words and mogul money for 300.
All right, here it is. Often used to refer to someone acting deranged or out of the ordinary, this insult is derived from the Latin word meaning moon and shares its name with a common aquatic bird.
Latin for moon, I'm sure had been do something with like lunar. Otherwise, where would we have got that like lunar cycle from? What the fuck kind of bird is there that has lunar?
That was Sear. Sear, we need an answer. You buzzed in.
What is
What are you saying?
He interrupted me and I forgot what I was going to
What are
say.
you saying?
He just interrupted me and I forgot what I was going to
We
say.
need an answer here, please.
He had the same thought
You're running
process
out
I
of
did.
Loco!
That is incorrect. Are you buzzing in?
Yeah.
X.
What is loony?
That is correct.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know. I was saying.
Dude, you were literally
I
saying
was on the
it.
tip of
You
it,
were
bro.
saying it.
Take it back. Rewind it.
Oh
It says here-
yeah. Okay. So oh shit. I remember learning about the like origin of that word or something like that. I don't think it was exactly loony they used for the moon. It was like lunatic and lunar.
It says here in the script.
Don't look
And
at
was
the script.
lunatic
Looney
came
Tunes chance. I don't know.
lunatic came from
It's your
someone
board now,
under the
X.
presence of
I'll
the
take
moon, under
words
the
and
effect.
mogul money for 400. All right, let's do it. Words and mogul money for 400, increasing the stakes. Here it is, typically recited at funerals to praise and remember the deceased. This speech may include accomplishments or personal stories about a person. Sear.
Why did you guys all fake?
No one buzzed. They just, are you don't do the thing where you buzz in and you don't know it.
What is na 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 na? That's so insensitive. Hey,
you crazy thing.
Goodbye.
Is that a memorial?
I've been using Grammarly for
Or,
years. Now, the great thing is, Grammarly is free and easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar, but
I
don't know.
No.
Not him.
Goodbye. They did it at the end of Remember the Titans when that guy died.
Remember the Titans. He's got it. Give him the points.
All right, that is incorrect.
It's called the obituary.
Fucking idiot.
Also incorrect.
The IRL
paper.
obituary.
Also incorrect.
The IRL
The
obituary.
correct answer.
Give it for fun?
For fun.
An omen.
No.
No.
Oh my God! How do I have my 600?
What is a eulogy?
I don't even know what that
Eulogy.
means.
It was in the movie Zoolander. They did a googly. Eulogy. He's trying to think of the French word.
Trying to think of that word.
No, I'm thinking about a car.
Okay, it's your board. X, where do you want to go?
You know what? I'm spicing it up. Words in mogul money for 500.
Okay. Let's take a look. Hey, see your tip for this one? Take your thumb off the buzzer. Geologically, this short unit of time refers to 1 billion years. Historically, however, its use refers to a comically long period of time.
Eternity?
Here.
What is an eon?
Oh.
That's correct.
I didn't even know what.
He's
back,
too
baby.
stupid to click
He's
the
back,
button.
baby.
This is only because he plays roleplay, and they say eons of roleplay on Reddit, and it's burned to his mind.
I have not known a single word that y'all have said since like.
It's because
Mount
you have
Rushmore.
3 brain cells.
You nailed Everest.
There is no way.
It's your board here.
I'm letting these millionaires take home $5,000.
Yeah,
it's
like
our job, you know that, right? To make sure you don't become millionaires, so we
stay millionaires.
Words in mogul money, 100.
All right.
You know what?
Round out the first category here. This yellow citrus is characteristically defined by its sour taste.
And it's in mogul money. Lemon?
Lemon.
That was soda. It is correct. That is lemon.
This is so stupid. This is a game show.
So
you have to say the
form of a question.
What? Yeah.
What is a lemon?
I feel like it's a little
What is a lemon? I
irresponsible
don't
for
know
him
what a
to have
lemon-
gotten
what is
away
it?
with that multiple times
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We need some sort of strike system.
Listen,
it's 3 times now.
Fine,
3 times. 3 times now.
I know what the definition of a lemon is, so now I get it right. So let's use words that are within my definition
Okay.
range.
All right. We'll stick with that definition range. It's your board. You can go for another 100.
Let's go with a 100 Mr. Worldwide TTV.
All right. Here it is. Worldwide TTV, this state capital boasts a low cost of living and is home to many well-known streamers such as Milena, Tootie, and Crazy Slick.
I don't know any of those people.
Seer.
What is Austin, Texas?
Yeah, that is correct. And I'm glad you knew that. It is your board now, Seer. You're at 0 points. You're in second place. Where do you want to go?
That's a very good question, Ludwig. I'm looking at the board here. I'm thinking maybe let's do juicers for 300.
Juicers for 3. Let's pop it.
Don't look at me.
Wisconsin is the world's leading producer of this fruit, associated with Thanksgiving, whose juice is arguably the healthiest out there.
Cranberries.
Soda.
Or what are cranberries?
Yeah, that's
what
correct.
Cranberries?
Cranberry juice.
No, I'm getting angry.
Soda, I please ask that you ask in a form of question. After you've buzzed in, you can take some time.
No one cares.
I
How the cranberry juice though?
They don't care. They don't care.
It's loaded in
They care about
sugar.
the show, but they don't care about the question part. You can't act like they do.
You said they care about the show live.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Show live. Flip that. Chance, it is your board, please.
It is my board. Let's go with Pepper Payne's 200.
All right, here it is. Pepper Payne's for 2. This popular pepper comes in many colors, including red, green, and yellow, and doesn't create capsaicin. That was Seer.
What is the bell pepper?
That is correct.
Hey, Lud. I would really love to do, let's go to juicers for 200.
Juicers for 200. Let's take a look at it. Doctors recommend you drink more water if your urine is the color of this juice. Soda.
Apple juice, because the more yellow it is, or the more golden, like brown color, the more dehydrated you are.
What is banana juice?
What?
What the fuck is banana juice? I've never even seen banana juice. I'm sure it would be good, but that looks more like probably white.
You said that out loud in front of people? Seer.
What is orange juice?
That is...
Well, I mean, it would be yellow.
Correct.
No, it's not. I thought that. I was like, that's orange.
No, that counts.
It's
Acceptable
yellow.
answers were orange
Chance.
juice and apple juice.
The outside of a banana is yellow. How many times do you eat the outside of a banana?
Many
the
times.
inside of a banana is white.
The
Do you
peel
piss
is more
white?
healthy for you than the actual banana.
Do you eat the whole
Look
thing?
it up.
Yeah, I do.
That is
Don't
actually
eat the
true.
peel.
I do.
Most peels are better or contain more vitamins than the actual fruit does.
Just in, ladies and gentlemen.
If I eat, bring me a
the
banana,
Can you
I'll
get a
eat
banana?
the peel,
It's
give
in
me
the-
my points.
If we get a banana and you eat an entire banana, I'll give you the points
That
back.
sounds unhealthy.
Okay, here
Thank
you go. Here you go.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, Soda, you got this.
Why do they have a banana?
Really, on the show?
Yeah, please.
On the show?
Right now? Yeah.
All right.
Ah! He's straight facing it
Do you
too.
eat the stem part?
No way.
You're kidding me. You do this often? Mm-hmm. Can we give him a couple hundred points? Do we have that in the budget?
No.
You almost
no.
puked.
First of all, Sear was at 200. He shouldn't get those points.
No, he gets those points though.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
just because you deep-throated a banana doesn't make it automatically entitled to my points.
Just
I
'cause you
proved
deep-throated a
my
banana.
point. You can, the whole
Well, you
chat.
haven't finished it. What's going on here? Come on,
This
you
is-
gotta
this is-
finish the banana.
No, he
You know
almost
we just
puked at
ate
one
on the
point.
way here.
I
I'm
know,
kinda
I know you did. This is why.
Now
I
he's
got
like
your
trying not
points.
to have it touch his
It is your
tongue.
boards here. Please take it away.
Okay.
Oh, he's almost puking there. He's not
Juices for
serious.
500. Let's take a look.
Can you speak louder?
I know you're upset right now.
This green and pointed tropical fruits juice has been called a mixture of strawberry, apple, and banana, and was also quoted as being a bogus cancer treatment by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission.
Green pointed fruit.
I don't know. You guys, did you take a guess here? Did you buzz in?
Yes.
Oh, what's your guess?
What is the kiwi?
That is incorrect.
No.
It literally says green and pointed.
Oh, I got it.
No!
I got
Is
it.
that a pineapple?
I had it.
I'm so stupid.
I had it.
No, pineapples are yellow.
Yeah. What was your?
Can I buzz it?
What would your guess have been?
What is it, papaya?
Deadass. What's the fruit again? I have no idea what the fruit is.
Let's talk about.
Did you just gag?
No, let's talk about something
They've
that's
been
not fruit.
gagging.
I'll come back to what it is. It's not papaya. I forget. It's something. It's a weird fruit.
A durian.
Let's move on. Next category. To steal your boards here.
Cool. Can we do pepper panes for 100, please?
Pepper panes for 100.
Sorry, what was it? What was that? We didn't hear it.
For 100 here. This
Oh,
is
look
the
at the screen.
oldest major soft drink in America.
Isn't that Moxie Elixir? I think it's Moxie Elixir because didn't it come out like... Oh, wait. I don't know. I think it's Moxie Elixir.
That was Sear.
What is Coca-Cola?
That is incorrect.
No.
That is incorrect. Soda, you buzzed. Oh, X.
Not the Google Moxie Elixir.
What is Pepsi?
That is incorrect.
Oh. I'm gonna go with.
Oh. For fun, doesn't matter.
I know. I'm like, what would I have gone? Dr. Pepper?
That's correct.
What? That's rigged. This
What?
is rigged.
Alright, so Moxie Elixir is since 1884. When I'm gonna look it up and specifically. When did Moxie Elixir come out? Moxie originated around 1876. Moxie Nerve Food. And then when did Dr. Pepper come out? That was 1876. Oh my god, it beat it by 2 years. Wow, I did not know that. So, I was close.
Wait, no, he didn't get it right.
I was only
This
2
is
years
for
off.
fun.
Oh.
Yeah, but I did
No,
get
this
it
is
right.
actually rigged.
Guys, do you know the category name? It's Pepper Pains.
Oh, that means
Oh,
pepper
true.
and pains has to be in the word.
No, not necessarily, but kind of.
With that said,
Related
I'm gonna
to
have to
pepper.
go for the big money here. Juicers for 100.
All right, let's do it.
What a boring contestant.
2 parts this juice combined with 1 part vodka creates a screwdriver.
Or juice.
Soda.
What orange juice is what is orange juice?
That is correct.
Okay.
He's so uncommitted in his answers.
Yeah, that
I don't know how to word that question.
What
have
is
a
orange
choice.
juice?
I
It
was pretty
is
close.
your board now, Chance.
Let's go with Pepper Pains for 500.
Okay. Big one. Huge lead for someone here. Pepper spray is a powerful tool that can render victims immobile. It is legal to own and use in this many U.S. states.
50?
Seer.
I'm going for the big one here.
This determines whether you actually win or lose.
What's your
Do I
guess?
have to answer?
Yes.
You buzzed then.
Please.
Okay.
Take a stab.
What is
How many-
50 states?
That's correct.
Ooh, shit.
No!
Oh my god, that was a shot in the dark.
It is true. Pepper spray is legal to own in every single U.S. state.
Don't we have 52
You
states?
didn't know that?
What?
That's so
There's
dumb.
52 stars on the flag. How many states?
There's 50 stars on the flag, but we do have U.S. territories.
0.
To be fair,
How many states
to
are
be
you-
Like
fair,
the Philippines
you
are
think
part of the
you're dead
United
on
States
call.
according
Seer.
to the
It is
It
territory.
is your board. Final category. Doesn't matter. Let's take a look.
I'm
Mountains
telling
for
you there's
300.
52.
There's not 52 states.
There's not
48.
52 states.
That's an old timing.
148.
This volcano in southern Washington
Mount St. Helen.
was known for erupting in 1980. That was Seer.
No!
What is Mount St. Helens?
That is correct. And with that, Seer takes the lead after Trivia Board 1. We have a second Trivia Board with double the answers. We'll try to roll through that one a little quicker here.
Oh, I still play?
And we'll be right back after this break.
Okay.
Wait,
break,
so
we'll
I
be
thought
right
I
back.
lost.
No, you're still in.
I ate a fucking banana and the peel.
You got 2 of the
comeback.
boards. You got. All right, boys. I think I'm gonna end. Pretty good stream though. Hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna head out.
I think that's an ad. Because I'm skipping their ad, just go ahead and subscribe to, I think it's Ludwig if you're not, somehow. 3.92 million.
Okay, hey, what's up? Welcome back to Mogul Money, brought to you by Coinbase. Had a great Trivia Board 1.
They tried to attack me in the break room.
That didn't happen. We got to keep the small streamers.
Oh, come on.
When this
Small streamers, small.
So, wait, he said it.
Our testimony is 2 against 1. That would not hold up in the court of law.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. He said my brain's too big.
Give me one host. I'm on your side.
Chance? He's got you.
All right, deal. So we got Trivia Board 2 coming up. It's double the points. It was 500 for the most. This time it's going to be 1,000. Right after that, it's going to be a final trivia question where you can wager as many points as you have. Top 2 are going to move on. Bottom eliminated. Let's take a look at the categories for Trivia Board 2, starting with Daniel's Gaming. Next up, we have Eating Ass.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
That's mine.
Before and after. I'll explain that
never
one for
there.
you guys. President's Middle Names. And category 5, who's that Pogamon?
Oh, I don't know.
All right.
No, you wouldn't know about that.
All right.
I don't know. Twitch
Wait, why would
emotes.
you not know about Pog?
This guy's boring as fuck. He doesn't
don't
get
know
any pogs.
Wow.
His only category is a president's middle name. So,
That's one of them, though. Chance, it is your board.
Eating ass 1000. Wow, bold.
Let's take a look. The pork butt. A cut consisting of the upper shoulder is often used in southern pulled pork barbecue, although it is considered a specialty of this New England city.
Boston?
Get it? Eating ass. You're eating
Massachusetts?
pork butt.
Yeah, I get it. That's not what I thought it was
Or
going to
New
be
England.
about.
What did you?
I don't know.
Do you think
I
it's
don't
gonna be
know.
5 questions? Like,
Sex. Time's
you guys are out of time. The correct answer. What is Boston?
Oh, I was right. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Would Red Sox have counted?
Wow. I was not.
No,
I was not
because
expecting to be right there.
It's in there, but it's still your board. No one lost anything. You can keep the ass category if you'd like.
Eating ass 800.
Okay. Here it is. In addition to the controversy over its status as a sandwich, the meat component of this American dish is rumored to contain pork snouts, lips, and anuses.
Hot dogs?
I'm just disappointed.
You guys are out of time.
It was a chicken?
It was a hot dog.
Huh, I was right. Oh my god, I'm good at this.
Because like
We
this
had those the other day.
Yeah, chicken hot dogs. You were thinking chicken hot dogs, right?
Yeah, chicken
Dude,
hot
yeah,
dogs. Because controversy, people don't think it's chicken
they
can
don't
be a
think
hot
of it as
dog.
chicken can be a hot dog.
It's a no
a thing that
controversy.
you get-
Yeah, that
it's a-
happens all the time.
Quebecois, still your board.
Let's go with eating ass at 600.
Because you've been done so well so far. All right.
Nice.
This one might be more your speed. In her featured verse on Omarion's Post to Be, Jean Aiko says he got to eat the booty like blank.
Groceries. What is groceries?
Like blue cheese. What?
What? Who the fuck eat the blue cheese? Or, to be fair, who the fuck? I don't look acid either. To be fair.
That's not it?
No, that's
What? I think that was it.
No.
I was actually confident.
so bad. What? How do you eat blue cheese? You eat blue cheese in a special.
Kids, what made you think of blue cheese?
I don't
You guys
know.
are out of time.
Just sounded like it rolled off the tongue.
He
pretty
got to
well.
eat the booty like groceries.
It rhymes. It rhymes. Oh, I thought
I
it was
knew
blue cheese. No, was
I
that
was
not
right.
the answer? I don't know.
Dude, I've gotten every single question in this
How
category
do
right.
How do you eat booty like
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Look, I'm not,
You don't eat groceries.
I'm not going to defend the song. I'm just going to make fun of you for getting it wrong.
Can I get half?
No. If
Just
you eat an entire
demonstrate
tub
it.
of blue cheese, I'll give you
Okay.
half points.
Give it to me.
Or if you eat ass on stream.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that on stream because I'll get banned.
Yeah,
I'll get banned.
You'll do it on my stream.
Yeah, but then he gets the content and you get banned.
Yeah. Do 400, please.
Eating ass 400.
This is the medical term for the largest muscle in the body.
Gluteus maximus.
That was sear.
What
Or
is
tongue.
the gluteus maximus?
Oh.
That is correct.
What is the what?
Gluteus maximus.
That's not even.
What were you
That's
going to
your
say?
butt.
You buzzed in so fast.
And
what is the heart?
upper thigh, I think.
I was gonna say femur.
That's not a
That's a
muscle.
bone.
It is your board now, Sear. You're in first place. Where do you want to go?
Let's finish off that ass, perhaps, with eating ass for 200, please.
All right, eating ass for 200. Let's clean up the category. Adding to the Unicode in 2010, this emoji is commonly used as a substitute for butt due to its distinctive cleft.
Peach.
That was XQC.
Peach.
Good job.
What is peach?
That is correct.
I said pear for
That's
some
right.
reason.
All right, great job, X. You're in second place. Where do you want to take this?
Who is that Pogamon?
Oh god.
600.
Well, I got every
When you
single
see
one
its
to eat
buzz
ass.
in,
Thank
you.
you.
Can immediately guess. It's going to be a blacked out emote. Let's go. 600. Pogamon.
No idea.
So
I don't know any.
Yeah, I know what
emotes.
this is, and I don't know what the name of it.
So do we need an answer?
Yeah, let's
So
yes, man.
that is incorrect.
Ouch.
You don't know it, you stupid fuck.
You guys are out of time.
It's
Pound.
yeah.
It's
I knew it was
pound.
some
I've never even
stupid
seen
shit.
that
Let's
emoji.
go.
Pound. Still XQC. Where do you want to go?
Who's that Pogamon for 200?
All right, let's keep it simple. Let's get our feet warm. 200. Here's the image.
Pepe.
Sag.
That is correct.
I actually knew that one.
Are you not an emote user, Sear?
I've not been in the Twitch game long enough to be that familiar
How
with
long
them.
have you been?
I've never.
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is Grammarly
Use
is free
Twitch
and
like a
easy to
personal
use. It
thing.
not
I've
only
only
helps you
used
check
to
your
or
grammar, but
stream.
also ensures that you're
Have you been in the game? All right, fair enough.
The reason why I know is most of the time I'll do something bad and people say my streamer Sag.
Yeah.
My
God.
streamer Sag.
It
They will
wouldn't
do
do
that.
that.
And it hurts when they
It
do
doesn't
that.
affect me.
I don't think
Yeah,
I
no,
really
not at all.
realized
X,
people do this
it's
for
your
years.
board. Where do you want to go?
I'll think, who's that Pokemon for 400?
All right, let's take a look. X.
5 head.
That is correct.
Fuck, man.
Form of a question, please.
I knew that one too.
I think I
Who
have
is
seen
that
one.
Pokemon for 800?
All right, let's take a look. Here it is. X.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Pepe?
question.
What is copium?
No! Dude, XQC with glasses, buzzing it for emotes, and then acting very smart. Greatest thing I've ever seen. That is
I
correct.
knew that too.
I keep waiting for you to like say a sentence.
No,
Me
no.
too.
It's just here.
Let's switch it up. I'm gonna take who's that Pokemon? 1000.
Oh, here it is. When you know it, buzz it. Soda, you buzzed before you knew it for
Yeah,
sure.
because I had to fucking do it, man. I got to risk the biscuit here at
All
this
right,
point.
we need a guess though.
Yeah, that's gonna be yeah.
One
That's
guess.
definitely going to be
Squirtle?
easy.
Like, that's your guess? Easy?
Are you okay?
No, it's
no
gonna be
idea.
an easy guess.
Okay,
Oh.
what is your guess?
I didn't guess yet.
Please give me your guess.
Yeah, it's definitely Alien Plus.
That is incorrect. X, are you guessing?
Oh, is it for free?
Did you buzz?
Oh, I buzzed. Wait.
Did you buzz in?
Yeah.
It shows that you buzz in here. Am I incorrect for assuming that you buzzed in?
What? I'm buzzed in.
Yeah, you pressed the buzzer, right?
He did, and he's regretting it.
Okay.
at this
I'll just go
moment.
for it. What is Fungineer?
That is incorrect.
Fuck is it?
Correct answer, what is Vohio? Global emote.
Oh my
I
god,
haven't
I
seen
know
that
that
before.
one.
See, it looked like Fungineer with a glitch on the bottom. It looked like the ears of the Fungineer. Do you see it?
That was.
It was a tough one.
Bro, I almost. I just about give up. But
X, where you want to take this?
Daniel's Gaming for 600.
Next question. The Legend of Zelda's Majora's Mask forces the hero Link to save
3 days? I think it's 3 days.
Town in this many
I don't
days.
remember. It's been so long since I played Majora's Mask.
That was
2 days.
Soda. That is incorrect. Also, form of a question. You're wrong on all accounts.
It's either 3 days or a
XQC.
week.
What is 3 days?
That is correct. Great answer.
You'll get one of
I
those.
was right again.
Don't touch me.
Daniel's Gaming, 800.
Daniel's Gaming for 800, I believe, is going to be another question. How many inventory slots does a player have in RuneScape Classic? Soda.
10.
That is incorrect.
Never played
Oh,
RuneScape
damn.
Classic.
you are driving this car into the ground.
I don't answer questions I don't know.
Correct
fun? For fun?
answer, yeah.
50.
No. What is 30? It's your board here, XQC, where you want to go.
Daniel's Gaming for 1,000.
Good choice.
Big one! In 1972, this game became the first competitive esport. The prize for winning was a year-long subscription to Rolling Stone magazine.
Hackman.
That is incorrect. You also
1972,
didn't do a
what,
form of a
Galaga?
question. So if it was correct, you wouldn't have gotten it anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
Correct answer. I'm assuming you guys aren't buzzing in. Out of time.
Mortal Kombat?
You were gonna though.
What is Pong?
What is Space War?
Oh my god, I would have not.
I don't think Mortal Kombat
yeah,
came out
it's-
until like
he's
the
all-
early
yeah,
90s,
I
late
was
80s.
close.
X, still your board.
Daniel's Gaming for 400.
All right, here it is. This is our monthly multiplier.
Ooh!
Oh god. You are the only person who is able to answer this question. You can wager as many points as you have. What would you like to wager?
you get the last
can
one?
wager 0 if you'd like, or 1,600.
Don't be boring.
1,600. All in.
Oh,
I'm all
yeah,
in. All the
baby.
chips are in.
All right, now let's get the video question pulled up. Again, X, you're the only one who can answer this, and you have to answer. Here it is.
Wait.
What's up, guys? It's me, your celebrity
Vsauce.
daily monthly guy, because Ludwig couldn't get
Okay, just go on this line.
all the famous people
No, I
that he
couldn't ask
knows.
anyone.
Whatever. This is the amount of times Ludwig has had a nocturnal emission, and the same year that Super Mario Brothers was released.
The original Super Mario Bros.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
The year
X.
the original Super Mario Bros. Came out. What is that
69?
year? XQC?
Look at that, he's frozen.
1971?
I think he could get
It doesn't
this.
even
Oh,
matter.
wait.
You have to guess.
I need precision though.
69
Stop
through
the timer.
71.
Super Mario Brothers.
The original Super Mario Bros. Yeah.
What is 2000?
What?
That's pretty close.
Dude. No.
I would have gone that.
It's like
the
84
score says
to
0.
76.
What
in
is
my
the
opinion.
1983?
Should it say negative 1600?
Super
Oh,
Mario
oh, so
64
close.
came out before 2000.
Does that mean that I lose all my
I am
points?
so sorry, X. He's not even comprehended what's happening right now.
2000?
You
All my
stupid ape.
points?
You wagered them all.
My mom passed away, but my mom was born in 85. Super Mario came out 3 years before my mom was born. It was, I don't remember if it was 2 years before my mom was born. It was 83, not 82. That's insane. So gaming has been big pretty much my whole entire life. Like, actually, I think gaming got repopular again, or like right before I was born because there was a big crash.
I remember the conversation where you were here.
I've been playing video games since I was like
and then
1
she said,
or
wager all
2
your
years
points,
old.
don't be
Though.
boring.
I was
And
not
you
very
went,
good.
okay, 1,600. And then you lost all the...
The first game I ever played was, I believe, Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis. And then I used to play that little green ball game. I don't remember if that was on.
Yeah, but all of them? Yeah, that's what you said. You said 16.
I think I was on the thing after the Genesis. Oh God, what was that thing called? Sega's last console, really.
When
dude,
the stakes are high at work,
bad. I
your
got one
tone
for like
matters.
a couple weeks.
Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can
Dreamcast.
Look, here's the
I
thing.
had a
You have a
Dreamcast
lot
for like
more
a
points.
month. I rented.
I only have 1,000 points. You can get it in 2 answers.
XQC, it's your board.
My cousin.
Giving 200.
My cousin got a Dreamcast when they first came out for Christmas, and he got the Evil Dead game that was on it, and we played. I sat there and watched it. I was like 6 or 7, and he was like 14-ish, but I watched him play that so long.
Sad now. This indie game was created by Toby Fox and had characters and music added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Undertale.
Soda.
What is Undertale? What is the Undertale
It's
game?
so insignificant to take away the points at this point that I'll add them to you.
Let him get it.
The answer was Undertale.
Nice. Wait, didn't he just lose a lot more points?
It looks like that, but no.
He's so far down. It seems like
Hey.
and then he wins. He
You're
lost.
just mad that I got it right.
2 boards left.
Before and after 1,000.
Okay, before and
He
after.
doesn't give a shit anymore.
I'm going to give you 2 hints. You will need to give me answers to both of them. It'll make a lot of sense as we get into it. Here it is. This cartoon remake about a boy growing up and living to protect the jungle is part 1. Is a 2021 film featuring Dwayne Johnson and
Jungle
Emily
Book?
Blunt on a journey to find the Tree of Life.
I do know the. I know.
So the answer
Jungle
will be
Cruise?
both of these
Jungle
combined.
Book
So
Cruise?
give it a shot. What's the answer to the first one? Cartoon remake about a boy growing up and
Okay,
living to
Jungle Book.
And then what would your answer to the second one be?
Jumanji.
Jungle Jumanji?
Jungle Jumanji.
You somehow got both of them wrong.
I think it's Jungle Book Cruise.
Is anyone else buzzing in here?
Well, that actually wasn't it?
No. Wait, you were very close to both of them. The correct answer, George of the Jungle.
That's what I said.
George
No.
of the Jungle.
Oh, George the Jungle.
You did not say that. You said Jungle Book. And then the second one
It's better.
was Jungle Cruise.
Can we agree that it's better content if I get it right? Because then it's closer.
It wouldn't
So
give
it's
any
George of the
point.
Jungle
please.
Cruise.
You literally mathematically are out of it.
Chance, you
I
can't
was
just
wrong.
beg for points and
Oh,
get
close.
Can you believe this guy's begging now?
He is. So it was George of the Jungle Cruise. Do you get how it works? It's both answers combined.
No.
George of the Jungle Cruise. Soda.
President's middle name's 1,000.
All right, you are trying to get back in it, and I respect that. Here it is. Richard M. Nixon.
Jefferson. I don't know any last names. What?
M.
What about it?
Richard M. Nixon. You said Jefferson.
I didn't know you were going to give me a hint.
So most words that start with M sound like Mary.
I didn't know you were going to give me
massive.
I didn't know you were
Is
going to
anyone else buzzing in?
That doesn't count. I didn't know you were going to give me an M. Can I go again?
Yeah, please.
Maybe
actually,
Michael?
Please do.
Richard Michael Nixon.
Oh.
That is incorrect. Bring him
Oh.
down to 7,000. X.
Richard Martin Nixon.
That is incorrect.
Come on, go ahead.
No,
Matthew?
I don't answer questions I don't know. That's how you win. Did you just see that? Did you just see that?
Sierra, we just saw you buzz in. We're going to need a guess.
Sierra,
Did
it
you just see
doesn't
that?
fucking matter. I'm in 7,000 negative.
All right, Madison.
That is incorrect. The correct answer, what is Millhouse?
But that doesn't count.
Oh,
Millhouse
a middle name
Manastorm.
sounds like a.
That's a World of
I
Warcraft
got zero.
character.
Wait, I got zero.
Sierra, it doesn't matter.
He buzzed me. What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Well, you guessed.
No, but he buzzed
Oh,
me.
he lost points.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt you now.
We're with security here, right?
I'm gonna hurt
Back
him
up.
now.
First of all,
I got
you're not
security.
gonna
You
you lost.
Can we get security up
Oh
here?
my God.
You lost.
Just keep an eye on this guy.
This guy, I'm gonna hurt him.
We got to get the show on the road, okay? We got
Okay,
a
all right,
pajama
all right,
party
all right,
to
all right.
hit.
Let's do president's middle names for 600.
Barack H. Obama.
Harris?
XQC.
Hussein.
That is correct.
No, no. I actually hit it. You cannot
That did.
sabotage me.
I would not have
and then
sounded
fuck
good.
my life up.
He has the same last name as that
see
runner.
what, listen,
I am so.
he has a
Usain
question.
Bolt?
But yeah, that's correct answer.
Which one in there is
No,
John
guys,
F. Kennedy?
stop. Did you hear what he just said?
What?
He
It
said
doesn't matter.
he has the
It doesn't
same
matter. It doesn't
last
matter.
name as that runner. And then he said Usain Bolt. Yeah? Usain's Bolt last name is Bolt. Oh, yeah. And his first name's Usain,
but it rhymes.
Usain.
It's close. Cue it up.
Next one, please answer this one. XQC, it's your board. Where do you want to go?
President Lane 800. I'm feeling hot.
Let's take a look. George H.W. Bush.
Herbert
Sear.
Herbert Wilson?
Herbert Walter.
Walter?
That is incorrect.
Wilson? It's like Herbert Wilson.
Soda, it is your guess here? Yeah, you have
Try
to
to
guess
get both the H and
Yes, you do.
Harold Walter.
No, that is incorrect. Ohio.
It's buzzed for me.
Oh, you're in. Okay, go.
What is Harrison Watts?
You're just fucking guessing. It is Herbert Walker.
Walker.
Hey, Walker, not Walter.
President's middle name, 400.
400, here it is. Harry S. Truman.
There's no dot
Soda.
there. I think this is the guy that doesn't have an actual middle name. It's just a letter. I think. If it's... I might be wrong, though. It could be like... Well, what would be an S middle name? Sardine?
Susan.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
That has a good ring to it.
Who is Sullivan? No, that is incorrect.
If this buzzes...
Oh, Sullivan.
Now, I've been using
May have
Grammarly
been.
for years. Now, the great thing is,
Sullivan
Grammarly
would
is
have been a
free
good
and
guess.
easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar, but...
Buzzes, it is not me.
The correct answer, what is S? It doesn't stand for anything.
What? Because there's no dot.
Ha.
Because there's no dot. Oh. I don't get it.
Lame.
It's a trap question. Not bad.
It is your board X.
President's middle names.
President's middle names for 200. You literally have not gotten a single one correct, except for Hussein. Maybe this one, Franklin
Delano.
D. Roosevelt.
I do know that one.
Sear.
What is Delano?
That is correct. Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I came all the way from
wrong.
here from Canada to
I
do
was
this stupid
super
show,
wrong.
and this is culture insensitive. There's no way I could know any of this American bullshit.
It's crazy. There's so many people in this room and nobody asked. That's the craziest thing about it.
Sear, it's your
You got-
board.
You got to take the L at that one.
Sear, it's your board. Where do you want to go?
That's a really good question. I'm feeling pretty hot right now.
Yeah.
Let's do before and after for 400.
Before and after for 400, let's take a look. This gaming organization based in Austin, Texas is about the daily life of a humble propane salesman and his family.
What?
Two-part question. The first part, what do you think it is, Soda?
This gaming organization based in Austin, Texas is OTK.
Okay, and then the second part, daily life of a humble propane salesman and his family.
About
It might help if you say the
That's
full
King of the
OTK out
Hill.
loud.
OTK. What does OTK stand for? Only the king? Only the... Obviously the king? I don't know. I don't know what O stands for at OTK. I know TK is it over the king? Of the hill?
Don't know what it stands for.
Asmongold.
Yes! Oh, that
I'm
is
buzzing.
One true king.
I
One
was
true king.
incorrect.
One true king of the hill.
That is the correct answer.
Yes!
I don't know why I could think of the word one.
You were forgetting
Or
the
didn't
king of the
know
hill
the
part.
word one.
Okay.
So it was about Asmongold.
You thought Asmongold was the daily life of the propane salesman?
It was about he is the propane salesman. Before and after 800.
This is the big one. This could get you the lead before and after 800. Here it is. This challenging platformer has you playing as a king, climbing a single map to reach the top after he split from the Catholic Church in order to divorce his wife.
Isn't that Hill or King Hill? King Jump? Challenging platformer has you playing a king climbing a single map to reach the top after he split from the Catholic Church in order. That's King Charles the 7th or 6th. So jump King Charles the 6th, maybe?
No.
XQC.
Or 7th?
Dude, it buzzed on its own. It's
First part.
First part would be Jump King. And then he splits from the Catholic Church in order to divorce.
I think it's 5th or 7th or 6th.
Jump King
5th.
Henry.
I got it.
5.
That is incorrect.
Okay,
Soda?
Super Meat Boy and Martin Luther King.
What the fuck?
Challenging platformer.
That is incorrect.
Catholic Church, Martin Luther King.
The correct answer, you were very close. It is Jump King Henry VIII.
I'm so sorry. That's like me and Herbert Walker.
It's your turn here, X.
Before and after for 600.
All right, here it is. Let's take a look. The latest installment of the Dragon Ball franchise on television features an expansive cast of the characters fighting to deplete each other's stock counts to 0. So
wait.
Dragon Ball Z, Super, and then power level. His power level.
I know.
We gotta drain it to 0.
You're trying to find an expansive cast of characters fighting to deplete each other's stock counts to 0.
Stock count to 0. The number.
Take it.
Yeah, power
that is
level.
incorrect. Seer.
Ken, what is Dragon Ball Z Super Smash Brothers?
What is Dragon Ball
That
Super
is
Smash Brothers?
Incorrect.
No, yeah, no. It is Dragon Ball Super Smash Brothers.
That's not what you said.
So what? There was a letter in there.
You said it wrong.
There was a Z, bro.
You said it wrong.
It was a typo.
It was Dragon Ball Super Smash Bros.
How many points?
It was only 600. You're still in first.
Oh my god.
Final one's 200. Let's just take a look here.
Okay.
This Cartoon Network animated show about a katana-wielding prince trying to free his kingdom from Aku has
Samurai
performed in
Jack.
classic films such as School of Rock and Nacho Libre.
Samurai Jack Black.
Okay.
Soda.
Samurai Jack.
Black.
And Jack Black.
So say it together now.
Samurai Jack Black.
That is correct.
Alright.
That's it. Way to end on a win. All right, you can talk all the shit about you want about Soda, but he's never gotten under or over 10,000, negative 10,000. That brings us directly to our final trivia question. Now, for this trivia question, you guys are all in negative points. You are able to wager up to 1,000 points, however. We're going to jump right in. So pull up your phones. You're going to go to the Discord. Right now, put in how much you would like to wager. The category is going to be numbers. Hop in the Discord, say how much you want to wager. It's up to 1,000. Categories, math, numbers.
Wait, the category's math?
Yes. You want me to do it too?
Please. I would love to see your answer. It'd actually make my day.
All right.
The question is going to be, how many characters do they use in Roman numerals? Your timer starts now. How many characters does the Roman numeral system use to fully represent all of its numbers?
Someone said not in here, Soda.
You're in the wrong. Are you in the check? There's a channel called.
Okay, listen.
Thank you, Michelle.
What?
There's a
11?
channel-
I'm not. I don't want to cheat. Okay.
10?
Oh, but how much
He,
you like to
he
wager?
put his answer in my channel and I saw it.
Did you actually? Guys, there's only one channel available for your name. They made it so easy.
But we weren't looking at that. We had our heads in the game. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. Take your time.
So what do we do now?
Once you've submitted your guesses, you can just put your phone down, and then we'll move on. By the way, tomorrow, Kickball is going to start at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Offline TV, 100 Thieves.
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is, Grammarly is free and easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar.
Thieves, Team America, and Team Communism, all going against each other for $10,000 awarded to the winner's charity of choice.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Like a trophy or some shit. I think we got it.
I forgot about my stream.
Nobody cares about you.
You're at minus 10,000. All right. You lost so bad. You lost for tomorrow's kickball.
Ooh, Brittany.
We are out of time. Contestants, we're going to start over with Seer. Let's first check what your answer was. You guessed 5. That is incorrect.
I think it's 10.
No.
Yes, it is.
XVIDM.
7.
Are you arguing me?
Super Bowl.
Oh,
They cram all of them in there.
Let's
don't
see
they?
how much you wagered, Seer.
there's also
1. That means you are going to end up with negative 1,201 point.
Ow!
XQC.
It's negative 9. It's negative 1199.
XQC.
Were you 1 point?
No, he lost the point, so he's 1201. If he got it, he'd be 1199.
What I said.
No, XQC, it is yours. Let's see what you guessed here. What was your guess? 5. That is incorrect. Let's see how much you wagered.
This is a good guess.
1,000. Oof, that's tough. You're going to go down to negative 3,000.
IVXML.
Mm-hmm.
D. There's a D.
Yeah. What is your
6 probably
What did you guess?
is what it is.
4.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer, 7.
Huh.
What? C
Holy shit.
and D.
Okay. C
X
stands for what?
I said 7 and
C
C stands for what?
I don't need to know that. Let's see how much you wagered.
They did not have to count that high.
1,000. You're down to 10,000. Negative 10,900. I believe it's C Century, right? It's probably 100.
Why would they ever need to count that high back then?
They probably had the soda pop of their day. They had to count how many women that soda pop of their day had. You
You're
know
being
what I mean?
stupid. I didn't exist back then.
Well, either way,
Counts.
guys, hey, very good job. So it's going to be Seer. You're going to go first for quick money. XQC, you're going to go second. Both of you have a chance to win $5,000. Soda pop, and you're done today.
Do I have to go hide somewhere so I don't hear the answers?
Yeah, you will have to go hide somewhere. We'll take care of that. But we'll be right back after this quick few-minute break. Don't go anywhere.
Sucks.
Good show. You like the show. Say you like the show out loud. Can you guys stop
Oh,
fighting?
God,
You've been
Matt,
fighting the
mad.
whole entire break. Come on, Welcome back to Mogul Money, everybody. We had a first half, and we are now going to have our final section. It's quick money. Going to be between Seer and XQC. The winner gets $5,000.
Where is he?
Real money. He's not going to be here for this because we don't want him to hear your answers.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a surprise. I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
And you'll have to answer them within 30 seconds. That's pretty much the gist of it.
All questions within 30 seconds?
All questions within 30 seconds. You can
Okay.
skip one if you'd like. We can go back right after, or you can just do them boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
You should
I
be able
want
to
you
do
in
it.
my room. Get it?
I want you in my room. I want you in my room. Okay, let's save it for Team America. Anyway, that's the gist of it. You just should know that I asked 100 Twitch chatters. We found they don't vary too much from regular people. They're kind of just normies. Well, actually, I guess it's probably because it's my chat. Anyway, are you ready? Okay, let's
Better
get
than my
30
chat.
seconds up on that clock. I'm going to start. The timer will begin after the first question.
Okay.
Seer, let's get to it.
My chat's just me.
For $5,000. Name an item every camper must have.
Flashlight.
What is another...
That's, oh, what?
One thing you need
Now
to
we
do
get mad.
before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Get out of here.
What is another way to greet someone other than hello?
Wave.
Handshake.
Name a U.S. state that touches the Atlantic coast.
Florida? That's where I just was.
New York.
How many hours a day do you spend on social media?
Me personally?
Twitch chat, 100.
I spend probably like 2 hours a day.
7.
Complete the phrase. Break blank.
Break. Fix? Break. Oh, phrase. Break.
Break bad.
Break.
Hey, Mr. White, you're just gonna break bad like that?
Breaking
Is that what he
news.
sounded like?
Wasn't it like a breaking?
Break check.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're
No,
probably
but you
right.
can break bad.
Yeah, break bad, break bad, break bread, break bad. Look, let's take
Oh,
a look.
break
We're going to
bread.
pull up. We're going to see exactly how well you did. I'll tell you what, I don't think you got 0 on any of them. Okay, if that makes you feel better.
Okay.
Let's pull up the board and go through them right now. Starting with
even
your first answer,
have
I
an
asked you to
answer for
name
this
an
one.
item every camper must have. You said a flashlight.
That's a good one.
Flashlight's
or
pretty
tent.
cute. You're soda
no, I
popping.
said flashlight.
Torch.
Well, that's what soda
Knife.
popping would have said.
Yeah.
But he's not here right now. Survey says 8.
Why do all those people want to... You need a flashlight.
Well-
I actually am a camper. All right.
Do you see this?
That's still a flashlight, though.
I know, but you don't. Second question. Look, 8 points isn't bad. Don't
You
be
can't
sad.
charge your phone
Hey,
when you're
don't
out in
be sad.
nature.
Don't be sad about 8 points. This is great. Next question. What is another way to greet someone other than hello? You said handshake.
Yes. Actually, nobody greets someone. You don't just walk up to someone and shake their hand and not say...
Or hey.
Let's check the survey on that one.
Or yo. Yo. That's how I greet people.
I do that. I just wasn't in your chat at that moment.
Yeah,
Or I just
just
walk up
stop
and start
laughing.
talking
The
to
next
them.
one you're going to kill. I know the next one you're going to kill. Name a U.S. state that touches the Atlantic coast. You said New York.
New York. I'm walking.
Hey, I'm walking. I love it.
Let me guess. 100 people said that.
Close. Survey says 24.
24?
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that Jason Bourne?
No, it's the kid who says 21, but I said 24 instead.
That's such a hard reference to get.
Yeah, it's a deep cut.
All right. How many hours a day do you spend on social media? You said
Me
7.
personally?
Well, what is your answer personally?
On social media or like on a social media platform? Because on Twitch, I do like 11-hour, 12-hour
Yeah,
days,
I
depending
guess.
on if Chance is still on or not.
I
so
would
I can
imagine
take all of his
it's
viewers.
watching. I don't think streaming counts there. 7 is what you said. Survey says
I think it's like 3 or 4.
4 people said 7.
Oh, I'm sure I would get along.
I'm pretty
well
sure
with
I'm
them.
fairly
Complete
normal.
the phrase. Break blank. You said break pad.
Hey, you're just gonna break bad like that?
It's actually a really good impression. Survey says
Science,
Oh.
bitch.
Sir, you had 36 total points. Now here's the thing, you can still win.
I'm not a millionaire yet.
This is a drop in the bucket for him.
They are millionaires.
Yes, this is.
I want that.
This is literally like we added a drop of water to the ocean, and the next is like, oh, cool, man. The thing is, if he wins, I don't have to pay him out. He won't know. I don't think he even knows his
For
own
me,
login.
that's like a brand deal.
Let's bring an XQC here. I don't want to reveal how he did yet, but
It's okay, I'm cool.
let's just say that you're up against a formidable opponent. You don't.
Oh, does poor baby XQC not know what formidable means?
You look really smart with the glasses on. It's a
Thank
good
you.
look. X, you know how it works. 5 questions,
Easy.
30 seconds on the clock. If you say the same answer that Seer said, you'll hear this noise. Perfect. And you'll
I'm
have to
still
guess
amazing.
again. The timer will
Dr.
start
Pepper
after I read
came
the
up
first
before
question. You
Moxie
ready to go?
Elixir.
Is it to answer the whole squad? I'm going to go through them. The moment after I'm done the first one, we're just going to go, go, go. If you want to skip, you can skip. I'll go back to it. Timer will start after the first. Okay? Yeah. Ready? Yeah. X. Name an item every camper must have.
Tent.
What is another way to greet someone other than saying hello?
Shaking their hands. Waving.
Where you going?
Name a U.S. state that
Great
touches the
answers.
Atlantic coast.
North Carolina?
New
Florida?
York. South Carolina.
How many hours a day do you spend on social
Technically
media?
true.
4 hours.
Complete the phrase break blank.
Break time.
Break? Ah, true.
A lot of similar answers to Sear there.
Very similar.
Was that good though? Was that
You know, I think you tried your best. I think you did well. Which one do you think you did really well on?
the first two?
Which one? Okay, all right.
The hello thing. What is that? That's
the hello
that's
thing.
That's a universal one way to do it.
This might have been my fault how I phrased it.
That's
Right there,
like
marker.
how to drive your car with my hands. What else? My foot. Like what else is there?
I feel like he's
it's like a
being
one thing.
He's being hostile right now.
Let's pull up the board. The good news is for you, Sear got 36 points.
What?
So all you have to do is get 37 points and you win. Your number one answer was really good, I think. Name an item every camper must have. You said tent.
That is pretty good.
Tent
Oh, no.
was your answer.
I just lost.
Survey says
yes!
that isn't enough yet. You still have 12 points to go. What is another way to greet someone other than saying hello? You said wave.
That's pretty good too, to be fair.
By the way,
Or
tent was the
hey.
number one answer. Survey said for wave.
Now, I've been using Grammarly for years. Now, the great thing is Grammarly is free and easy to use. It not only helps you check your grammar,
I know,
but
that's
also
really
ensure
good answer.
1 point. The number one answer was yo, other than saying hello.
Is that an action?
Hi.
Can you yo somebody? Can you yo me?
Yo.
Nope. You said yo.
Yeah, other than saying hello, not other than speaking.
Oh my.
I just said other than saying hello.
I say yo.
You can greet someone without saying hello by saying yo. Hi. What's up? What's up, man?
This might be my downfall.
Howdy doody. Look, 10 points to go. Name a state that borders the Atlantic. You said South Carolina. You wanted New York. You couldn't get it. South Carolina? Survey says 7. Not bad. Number one answer for that? Florida.
Don't take this
Huh.
money away from me.
That's what I originally said. That's why I just moved with my
listen,
brother in Florida.
For everybody at home watching, this is how we
And
keep
swam
broke.
in the Atlantic Ocean.
I'm not broke, okay?
This is how we sit at the top.
I just won it.
We cut their legs off before they get there.
Just to
Actually,
clarify, like I have a lot of
I think I swam in like the Gulf of something. Because my brother was right underneath Alabama.
I could have buy something.
I'm wealthy. I'm just not a millionaire, okay?
All right.
I'll be wealthier after this.
I don't think you'll notice if I pay you. We asked you, how many hours a day do you spend on social media? You said 4. Now, is that true for you?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the survey said.
I think 4 or 3.
What? It's over! It's over! It's done!
It's
done!
over, X. You do beat Sear. Let's take a look at the last answer real quick. Number one answer for that was 3 hours. 3 hours. Our final question, complete the phrase. You said break
time.
Like break time, everybody. Survey said for that one. 3 points. Number one answer was break a leg. Break a leg. Somehow, XQC got 53 and won Mogul Money. You get $5,000, X. Thank you so much for playing. You're a champion of Mogul.
I think we're going to end the stream here soon. I'm going to pull up a picture of Logan Paul so that way I'm not lying with my title. Come on. Okay, so now there's Logan Paul on stream, and then there we go. Now controversy and Logan Paul. There we go. You got Logan Paul controversy. Not quite what everyone was expecting, but it works. Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm the only chatter in here. But if you watch this in the future and you enjoyed, make sure you check back tomorrow. I think I'm also going to be streaming later. I'm not 100% sure. Just want to go take a break for a little bit. I think we stream for 2 to 3 hours, so first stream on this channel. Make sure to drop a sub on here and on my Twitch. Come and chill and chat, and you have the opportunity to win donations whenever I start receiving them. Pretty good deal. I'm trying to get paid by doing nothing. You're trying to get paid by doing nothing. Let's make it a reality. But with that, we are going to end our stream.